Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night.
I just wanna feel alive. isn't over yet. You lost one fight, but it's not the end. So get back up and fight again. Take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brothers. Erase the doubt with your battle cry. You feel the earth move to the drum of steel boots. Banish the fear inside. You're strong enough that you don't have to hide. No, you don't have to hide. You're strong enough with your battle cry. Clash of steel spills your blood. A whisper out fills your head, but you have to fight again. So take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brothers. Erase the doubt with your battle cry. With your battle cry. You feel the earth move to the drum of steel boots. Banish the fear inside. You're strong enough that you don't have to hide. No, you don't have to hide. You're strong enough with your battle cry. Brings you to your knees. Rising out the ashes, coming from the ether. All I hear is static. Breathe a little deeper. Fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim life. Oh, never let it go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. 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 Found me in the darkness. Now they see me shining. Calling me a goddess. Thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster. Making my way back, I'm I'm close to home, I'm fighting harder because I've come to claim my throne. Never letting go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Burning through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. And I live this fantasy. heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I rode it all along on your way right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well, so I let you go. What I do right now. What I do right now for you, for Carolina skies in the night, floating by your side. I fell up when you fell down, but we stayed in flight. I'm laughing to myself, cause I know that I can't deny. I can't find what you can't hide right inside my mind. What I do right now. What I do right now for you, for you. You're the light inside of me every night. I chase some dreams, ain't got time to make 'em see what we believe. You and me, yeah. Me, yeah. Me, yeah. Me, yeah. We believe you and me. Make 'em see what we You're the light inside of me every night. I chase some dreams, ain't got time to make 'em see what we believe. You and me, yeah. Me, yeah. Me, yeah. Me, yeah. We believe you and me. Make 'em see what we
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Dota's the kind of game where you kind of know you're going to win before it's even over.
Aggressive on the run, Universe right behind him. They keep running out for GG.
I was having a down day, and I decided to revisit some good memories. My name is Peter PPD Dager, and these are my moments of brilliance.
Multiple witnesses have reported mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Bill.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna wanna see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a line for 4 lines, new from AT&T.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
ESL One Los Angeles is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, AT&T, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and GG Bet.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another day of Dota 2 action here. It's the ESL 1 Los Angeles 2020 online group stage for Europe and CIS, and we're coming to an end. It is closing out the group stage now. We've got one more day tomorrow as our best of three here to kick things off. Chicken Fighters taking on Team Unique. I'm Gareth, joined by Lacoste. Good morning. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning, Gary. Good morning to all the people tuning in this early to watch the stream and watch some Dota. I'm doing good. I woke up like half an hour ago. I need some like cool first pick to wake me up, and there it is.
There's the
I'm
Pango.
all about Pango. At a position 4 or offlane, I prefer to have him as an offlaner. He really scales with the items, give him that level priority. His disarm is extremely effective in team fights. I mean, it's called lucky shot, so I guess it's lucky related.
10 seconds remaining.
Very lucky man. Piercing those hearts.
5 seconds remaining.
Both of these teams in an important series here. Not many games left to go. We've got, of course, our series today. Chicken Fighters Unique, Na'Vi, Team Spirit, Team Secret Alliance, Liquid, and NIP. And tomorrow we've got another 8 series to get through. But then that's the group stage done. That is the group stage done. So Chicken Fighters right now, they've got one series here today, one series against Alliance tomorrow. Unique have a series against Team Secret tomorrow. And they're both in the middle of the table. So this series right now is going to be really important for them to either cement themselves in that playoff position, like Chicken Fighters now at 3-2 in series wins, or for Unique to get into some kind of tiebreaker situation as they are 2-3. And a series win here could put them, to tip them over the edge, get that balance in their favor. So it is.
Chicken Fighters definitely had better results. Overall, they took a game off Team Secret. They beat Liquid 2-1. They took a game off Na'Vi. They beat NIP 2-1. So this team is looking really strong. I have the same feeling for Team Viking. They also look very promising.
Absolutely do. So Bristleback, Grimstroke, we've got our 19-teen Bristleback. No Keeper of the Light to go with it, but they have enjoyed this hero in that mid lane, even without the Cottle. And he's looked pretty strong, but Demonic Purge coming out of this Chicken Fighters side now. And it could be a position for Shadow Demon, right? It could be in the hands of Era. Get into some quick items. Ether Lens, Aghanim Scepter, snap them up and deal with the Bristleback.
That is true. Also, playing Pangolier into Grimstroke is pain in the ass. Like, you can't use your spells. When he leashes you, you can't use any of your spells.
Yeah, that Soulbind is real annoying.
No, I mean, you can use Shield Crash, but you use it where you're standing, you can't move.
Into that second phase of ban. Rubik out. As Team Unique. What have they got rid of so far? Prophet, Oracle, Cottle, Phoenix, taking out a lot. So we've switched hardcore from offlane bans to support bans now. Well, Chicken Fighters get rid of Ember Spirit, Tusk, DP, Weaver, and Rubik.
Yeah, Weaver is such a popular hero right now. It became a first pick material.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like the hero is strong. I'm not sure if it's first phase material, to be honest, but definitely a strong hero. It's one of those heroes that just pop up and everyone starts picking like, yeah, this hero is very good. So you need hero that deals with the Batrider. Phantom Lancer still in the pool. Like Burn Mana on Bristleback, you don't necessarily have to pick it right away, but they might. And you have Shadow Demon plus a Phantom Lancer.
And they have SD against Batrider as well. Picking Bat into Shadow Demon.
10 seconds remaining.
Quite an interesting idea from Unique.
5 seconds remaining.
Either that or you get Jug. Jug is also good against Bristleback, especially with the new build. Like going for Aghanim Scepter as your second/third item.
Or go for that Wraith King that we saw yesterday. Pick up the Silver Edge.
Not a big fan of raking against Bristleback.
Oh, really?
Raking feels so slow. Yeah. Like your turn rate is bad, and Batrider makes it even worse.
Give me that Silver Edge initiation any day. Slap around the little porcupine. Both of these teams very deliberate with their draft, slowly picking away. We've seen a number of different things from Chicken Fighters. You know, we've seen the big team fights where Saberlight has been a great shot caller and initiator. Heroes like Mars, very prominent performances from him. Centaur's been pretty good. Axe has been exceptional. Of course, this Pango could be in his hands, but like you mentioned, could shift into that position 4. And probably what they're starting to consider now is, you know, do we want to move into this AoE team fight to try and hold on to choke points? Or do we want to go for even more pick-off power against like Bristle and Batrider?
X could be the hero that they're thinking about. Great against Bristleback. Saberlight plays it well. Initiation is great. I mean, just turn the Bristleback with the call. But yeah, still Phantom Lancer feels like a very strong pick. Get rid of the palm. Sticky charges in the laning stage. Burn mana on Bristleback.
Omni.
That's the hero that we did not see in Europe at all. Like, we've seen that a couple of times in China, paired up with Rubik.
Yeah, they love that Rubik Omni offlane, and, you know, usually this indicates like a Slark pick or something coming. That's kind of where I'm leaning now. Slark against Bat Bristleback. You've got the Heavenly Grace Guardian Angel
5 seconds
to keep him alive and keep him nice and happy. And Morphling is going to be the preemptive response to any kind of agi carry.
Okay. Yeah, good call, Gary. Well, any hero that has mana burn makes these two heroes' life miserable. Against Morphling, against Bristleback. And Slark even counters Bristleback harder than PL. You can steal the stats. You can even buy a Silver Edge if you want to, but you don't have to. Like, we're staying away from that build most of the time, but sometimes you need to think outside of the box.
So most...
I think... Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on, Lacoste, it's fine.
Why some things were like good before. Sometimes you go like full circle, double full circle, 360, 720, you name it.
The Xbox naming strategy. We're going to start... We're going to be Xbox One, Dota 1. So most people here would be looking at this Chicken Fighters draft and thinking Omni Knight position 3, Slark 1, Shadow Demon is like a 5, and then Pango probably 4. But I'm wondering here, and I want to pick your brain, Omni 5, Shadow Demon 4, Pango 3. How do you feel about a Seneko Omni Knight in that hard position, a hard support position?
It could be doable. They banned out Queen of Pain. They can also put Pangolier on the mid, have Omni offlane, Shadow Demon 4/5. But I feel like they're just going to go with the standard stuff and put something like a Dragon Knight mid, maybe even like a Puck. It's a good Puck game, but I would prefer to have... It's also a great Storm game. Like, they have no lockdown on Team Unique.
Yeah, I'd love a bit more catch for the Morphling as well, I think. A bit more nuke damage catch. Ability to blow him up a little quicker. Right now, Chicken Fighters very much, you know, sustain damage over time. They want to extend team fights with Slark, Omni Knight, Shadow Demon. They've got lots of ways to kite and bait their opponents around, you know. That Bristleback, of course, very susceptible to getting kited around if he's slowed up. And there's that Puck. Big fan of that.
No real lockdown for Puck. Silence against the Morph. Initiation, keep people in place, cut in the back lines. Makes a lot of sense. This lineup from Chicken Fighters already looking strong. So what do they need? Bristle offlane, Morphling. Yeah, Dragon Knight's still in the pool. Or you can get Leshrac, AoE damage against Slark. This is what he does not like to play into.
Oh, and if they put Bristleback mid for 19 teen, you can put Slark mid and shift things around whichever way you want,
exactly.
Right? Yeah. Oh, that's real nice. Mars, the final pickup for Unique. So it looks like it will be the 1 Morph, the 2 Bristle, and yeah, BZZ picks up that Mars for the position 3. So a 4 Batrider coming out. Charlie, the only one to pick a hero on Chicken Fighters. He picks the Slark, and he's like, okay, now the mind games. Who's going where? What are you doing?
Slark can definitely go mid if he's against Mars, if he's against the Bristleback. He also doesn't mind laning against the Morphling. He gets a lot of levels, gets level 6 faster, just needs to bring a bit more region, then he can keep harassing.
Show me that pos 5 Omni Knight for Seneko. Give it to me, Lacoste.
Well, it is.
And there we have it. Drafts all rounded out. Team Unique up against Chicken Fighters, game 1 of this best of 3. And it is serious time for both of these teams. Middle of the table, very close to one another and very close to securing that playoff position. So we'll jump over to the Mercedes MVP video quickly. Get your votes in on Twitter, ESL Dota 2, for your Europe CIS contender to get towards that $50,000 value car for one of these players. Lacoste, are you timing this? Have we forgotten again?
We forgot. Remind me, Gary.
I'll try.
Game number 2.
Yeah, basically, guys, we feel like there's something weird with this post-draft screen where sometimes it takes a bit longer than other times, but we're not sure if it's our brains being weird or if Dota 2 has some random time associated with it. But here we go, game 1. Best of 3 series, Team Unique versus the Chicken Fighters. As we get ourselves into the match, find out exactly what these lanes are going to be set up as. Oh, it's Bristle mid. Yeah, 19 team. That's probably one of his signature heroes now.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, we've seen what he can do. Like, he single-handedly won them one of those games where he was just evading the enemy jungle, stealing stacks, playing between tier 1 and tier 2 tower. So, Omni Knight, position 5. Boots of speed 1 tango. Like, if someone shows up in my pub with this kind of a build, I know I lost the lane.
Come on. He's got Heavenly Grace. He's going to heal you up.
Yeah, unlimited mana pool 255.
It's only 80 mana. Come on, you get 3, you get 4 of them in laning stage with mana regen. That's enough, right?
30 seconds to battle.
I don't know.
I mean, what's he got? He's definitely going to give Slark a good lane against the Bat Rider. Seneco's probably just going to chase Illusion around for the majority of the game. As we quickly take a peek at the odds. Chicken Fighters 1.47 favored over Team Unique at 2.57. Definitely like feeling that's the way this series will be going. As Seneko Omni grabs his outpost back. Slark for Charlie cutting through a bunch of the trees. With Vanscore, BZZ, the Grimstroke, Mars down here. Bat Rider looks like he's shifting top to meet up with the Zitrax Morphling. And 19-teen Bristle up against the Supreme Puck, while top lane Saberlight and Era. Your Pangolier and Shadow Demon. And there is the Bat TP. What's he done? He's sentryed up. There's no Observer Ward there. So nothing to get.
Pangolier needs to be careful. Swashbuckle, level 1, 20-second cooldown if you put yourself in a bad spot. If enemy heroes are level 2, they might make a go on you. Saberlight already starting to play aggressive on Zitrax.
Giving him the clicks, forcing that level 1 morph. Now Batrider's come in. How is that? 2 stacks?
Giving him the
bomb?
stacks.
3 stacks and 8 bomb. He's got 4 stick charges though. So the stacks against the sticks. Yeah, Shadow Demon also has a couple of stacks on his stick as well. Mid lane, Puck has also got a stick. This Radiant team is buying sticks everywhere. Slark has got a stick. Stickin' Fighters.
They were afraid. That's kind of a joke that that I usually say. Well, everyone expected to lane either against Bristleback or against Batrider. And look at this build on Soneko. Boots of speed. Yeah, run away. Not very effective. Like, I would expect him to buy a magic stick.
I'm actually kind of surprised he went Purification level 1, you know?
I'm actually surprised he bought Boots of Speed.
Yeah, like why not Windlace and more regen, right?
It's fine if you're like playing position 4, then you drag the creep wave behind tier 1 and tier 2 tower, so they can't catch you. for the laning stage in the safe lane, it makes no sense.
It is odd. What's he got now? Salves, tangos.
Sell boots, buy stick.
Yeah, why doesn't he have a stick? It's a very good question. Saberlight, another swashbuckle away. Illusion giving chase, though. Firefly, sticky napalm going over the top of the Pangolier. A bit of damage here.
Pangolier is dead.
He looks pretty screwed, honestly. Era just not able to save him. He's still level 1, and that is the kill. Illusion just runs him down. Maybe a trade, though, as Era gets 3 stacks of poison, gets the 4th one off to the side. That Windlace, a nice little sidestep from the Batrider as he drops down to 100 health. Still alive, though.
I play a lot of Pango, and I know this matchup. That's why I said it. If you misuse your swashbuckle, you're going to put yourself in a bad spot. Enemy is level 2, you just straight up die. Been there, done that. And I'm not talking about killing people with Batrider. I mean dying with the Pango.
Yeah, got the t-shirt as well. Zitrax, top of the CS, 15-3, having a great start. While 19 Bristleback, looking like he's doing very well against the Supreme Puck so far. You kind of expect that, right, with melee attack animation, Quelling Blade, Fairy Fire is there, a bit of bonus damage. Puck mainly focused on securing the last hits with Waning Rift and Orb, taking down those range creeps.
Bring a bottle right now so he can start playing more aggressively. Important for Bristleback that he gets the 4-minute rune, so he has enough sustain until the bounties. Keep spamming it.
Where's Batrider? Back in Fountain. Let's see where he goes. Should be TPing back up to top lane again, I believe. This Radiant Observer Ward, not scouted. Neither was the Dire one up top lane. So both teams having pretty good vision there as the Batrider actually... Oh, nice. TPs to refill the bottle. So 19 gets the full bottle, uses it all, gets it refilled, and then Illusion walks back up to top to help the Morphling again. So that is a massive advantage. And Supreme might be paying. Does drop the null to get the full utilization out of those 1 charges. Sticks around. 4-minute rune in 5 seconds. Batrider's holding top. Bristleback has the line towards bottom. So it looks like an orb across might get the puck involved. No, it's a regen rune for 19.
It's regen rune. They also killed the courier. From Omni Knight on the bottom lane. How's Slark doing? 16-3. Alright, he's getting farmed. That's what matters. He is their win condition.
He's in trouble top. Illusions come in. Zitrax, that final adaptive strike takes him out. Quick little banish there, but Saberlight, 5 seconds on Swashbuckle, 10 stick charges. He'll be just fine. Good early game laning phase from Unique, though, as bottom. BCC and Vanscore still putting a lot of pressure onto Charlie. There's a salve out of Seneko. Very thankful for that additional regen. But
they might kill on the bottom lane if Unique overextends, especially on Vanscore, but Vanscore has 2 points in X-Wall, which means that it's offensive and defensive. He sees them coming to him. This is why Boots of Speed is very effective. Soneko gets the rune, gets the Heavenly Grace off, but Vanscore is just going to body block him and get the rune for himself.
He's going to get punched around here a little bit. 336 move speed against 347. Yeah, Vanscore's fine. Walks it off.
Now Puck is level 6, so Unique needs to be careful about overextending, diving near the enemy's tier 1 towers, because Puck will just rotate and you don't have a hero on the mid lane who can stop your DP. Like Bristleback can use Cold Spray, that's all he can do.
You can hit your tower though when you leave. It's very spooky in that regard.
That's why Supreme just cleared the siege creep.
Kill off that catapult very quickly. Batrider and Morphling still sticking around top. Illusion's doing a great job kind of blocking out this camp, contesting the pull. Era gets a half pull here. But Zitrax, those adaptive strikes onto Saberlight really are quite something. Forcing out the bottle charges. And Supreme gets a haste rune. A load of Observer Wards watching mid, so they'll know exactly where Supreme rotates. Shadow Demon coming in as well. What's Era up to? There's no sentries or anything coming.
Maybe just checking the rune 30 seconds after, didn't notice Puck has a haste rune. I'm just kidding, I don't know what he's doing.
He just pinged out the observer board as well. He I don't know, maybe he's scouting out for Batrider, I guess. You've always got to be very aware of where Illusion is. This Batrider going from lane to lane. And Supreme's Puck does come up top. And I guess the fact that, you know, wards now a finite resource, if you know the opponents have placed, you know, 2 wards mid or so, oh, that's a good sticky and A-palm. They spot the Puck coming in. But, like, if you know where your opponent's wards are, like, you know they've placed 1 bottom and they've placed, like, 2 mid, you know they don't have 1 top, right? They've not refreshed their top ward. So that rotation from Supreme, pretty good. Now down to bottom. Scouted out by the creep wave as he just walks straight into the Mars, but they'll blow him up. BCZ down and out. Good little pick off there. And the first kill of the game for Chicken Fighters. In a pretty important place, getting Slark up and running.
Get some stacks on Slark, get him levels. Now he is level 6, which means that he's not gonna die, even if they use combo from Mars and Grimstroke. He's still gonna be able to survive. A Raid Band, Magic Wand, Power Threads coming to him, so he's gonna be tanky enough to survive.
Citrax on this top lane is always at like 150, 200 HP. Trading hits with Saberlight, Adaptive Strike into Swashbuckle, back and forth. Both players very aggressive. And then Era chasing down Illusion. 8-minute rune about to pop up. Let's see, down bottom. Invis rune there for 19. Fresh bottle.
And that's the best rune on Bristleback. Especially early on.
They haven't really been making any stacks of the Bristle. They've got 1 large camp back here now. But apart from that, they've not made a big effort to stack it up. But one of the great things about the Dire team is it's, you know, natural for you to push tier 1 bottom lane, get into the Radiant jungle. You can control both of these ancient camps. And Bristleback loves farming ancients. So I'm kind of excited to see if Unique exploit that fact. If they start stacking up ancients, or if they just play bottom from an earlier point. As down bottom, in fact, Charlie with this Omni Knight trying to put pressure onto Vanskor. They do trade regen, and of course Charlie now level 6 has the Shadow Dance, and Seneko with plenty of sustain. Any trade, any regen battle. Bob, top lane, hello, Batrider. About to fall to Supreme. Good jukes across the trees, but the shield crash from Saberlight clears him up. And Zitrax not going to go and contest Supreme. That phase shift would have got him out of danger if he threw an Adaptive Strike, so no real point trying. Still sticking around top lane now. More strength into 600 HP. Supreme sticking around. You can consider that jump again, but Bristleback's rotation, I believe, has been scouted by the Radiant Ward. So they both retreat now. Supreme
One of the reasons why Pango is such a popular hero right now, Supreme.
He's alright, he's alright.
He has Orb.
I mean, it's closer than I feel like it needed to be. And he's kind of baited the Bristleback in here, but there's no real turn power from Chicken Fighters. Good awareness from Bristle, though, that the Orb was down, though.
Pango builds into Vlad's, which is such a great item for him. He scales as a core, 25% lifesteal, opens up the Roche, and you lifesteal off Swashbuckle so much, especially if you got, like, Javelin. You get 1/3 of your HP back.
Bristleback top, Morphling now into mid. Oh yeah, I was kind of hoping Team Unique would come and play down bottom lane and get into those ancient camps, but it looks like they're doing the complete opposite. Putting Bristle into that more safer lane, defend his tier 1 there. And then Morphling has much more access to these jungle camps.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a bit weird though, you know, Bristleback I thought would be loving to go and create chaos. Go dive and hunt for the Slark, limit his farm, but for now, Charlie, 4,200 net worth, pretty free down bottom.
You just want to see people feeding.
Yeah, I want to see.
Well, what's the damage on Soneiko, man? Bristleback tearing him apart, 200 per click.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Saberlight faking out the roll, now committing for it though, as he does move in with a shield crash onto 19, connecting on Bristleback, but the TPs. Vanskor with Illusion arriving into that tier 1. They cancel the Batriders 1, and he sticks around down in that middle lane. So they save Seneko, but they expend the Rolling Thunder. And Puck, where are you off to? Supreme TP's down bottom. Not really what you expect when you see Chicken Fighters make that team fight try and happen top lane. The Puck suddenly appearing on your bottom lane onto BZZ with a quick coil in, and Charlie Speared back, the raindrops, yes, get popped out, but the magic damage is enough. Substantial clicks now. Charlie Shadow Dance, he's getting pushed back by the God's Rebuke. Well
Charlie
done
might
by
die here.
BZZ. And the Morphling's into that puck form. Wants to try and jump in again, but it looks like Charlie's out, and Supreme will zone the Morphling away. As top lane, Era with Saberlight kill off the Vanscore. Grimstroke, but 19 chasing the Shadow Demon, and I don't know if there's a way to escape this. Even with the disruption, 19 is pretty speedy. Big boy's quick on his feet, but he doesn't want to chase. Oh, the lasso mid lane, Suneko stick into Heavenly Grace. He's going to get burnt alive. Omni Knight as a haste rune. Ooh, Slark, he's going to take it away from him. Suneko walks back into battle onto the high ground, dies to 19's rotation as the courier slain by the quill sprays.
Bristleback is staying so far ahead right now that he doesn't care about Slark that much. Like, Slark can't really man-fight him at the moment, especially if he does not have ulti ready. Once he gets Omni Knight behind him, he gets Diffusal Blade, then it's gonna be a bit of a different story. I'm switching to Network, Bristleback's still on top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He sure is. Omni Knight not looking too bad though. Usually with position 5 Omni Knight you're stuck at, 800 net worth for the first 10 minutes or something. It can be very difficult to farm, but he's got Tranquils, he's nearly got a Bracer, he's got Wand. Very happy Omni. And now, Unique come down to bottom. 2 minutes until those bounty runes pop up. Take the outpost, get yourself into these ancient camps where Bristol can continue that farming acceleration. Chicken Fighters, it doesn't look like they want to give this up for free though. They are bringing numbers down, and with a quick dodge on that Phantom's Embrace and the Dream Coil catching Vanscore, holding him in place, but he's going to walk down the ramp with BZZ and Illusion backing him up. Saberlight, swashbuckle in, and now the Rolling Thunder. Nice, Soulbind stops him in place. They don't connect, and the Mars ulti, beautifully done by Unique. He does finally get a connection as he rolls randomly into the side of the Colosseum, killing off Vanscore with his final swashbuckle, but the chase onto him, Saberlight's done for, lassoed back into the Firefly. And Chicken Fighters with no great response. Suneko just TPing away. Yeah, they give up that tier 1 now.
Slark is still not ready to fight. He needs that Diffusal Blade. Also could use a couple more levels. Even though he is high level, also needs to be careful. Like, you think about Slark, yeah, man, he counters that Bristleback. But Bristleback is also extremely strong, and he's going for the correct item build. Hood to tank things up against the puck and some magical damage from Shadow Demon. And is building Heaven's Halberd. You just want to be able to disarm this Slark.
Yeah, and Dota's very often a game about timings, right? And we often think about Bristleback as position 3, and Slark kind of countering him when he has position 3 farm priority. This is a 2 Bristleback, so he is much faster. Not only getting items, but the levels. His stats, they start racking up. 2.9 strength a level, 2.8 int a level. He's got plenty of mana to be spamming out these spells. Does get jumped by Charlie and Saberlight, but with no real guaranteed catch until they find Illusion with a Demonic Purge. Trying to chase the Batrider back into the trees. It's a pretty simple one. He's gone a step too far forward there, but Bounty Rune's very likely to be secured 4-0.
4-0, yes.
For my coffers.
And there it is. One more to go, and the Bristol's going to take it. So Chicken Fighters, they want to make something out of this. They know they've lost out on the bounty trade, and they want to get pick off. Saberlight spots out Vanscore. BZZ blinks away. Has the Arena of Blood if he wants to have a bit of a play in this mid lane. No one to back him up, though, so he's like, right, fine. We'll drop Vanscore. You can try and take our tier 1, but we'll all be ready to defend this objective.
Omni's job in this game is just to follow Slark, use Heavenly Grace on him and Purification to make him invulnerable. Charlie going for S and Y build. I was wondering which item he's gonna get as the second, whether he goes for like a Scotty or S and Y. He needs to tank up so that he doesn't get blown up that easily. And he can go in and out. Also needs to put more points in pounds, then it's gonna be much easier for him. Like, getting a BKB this game is not necessary for him. Yes, you're going to play against Bristleback and Heaven's Halberd, so that might be a bit of issue. But if you tank things up, you can go multiple times in and out. So once you finish your second item, getting like a Aghanim Scepter, Leash, great against Bristleback, great against the Morphling. Also Morphling going for Huh. Ethereal Blade. So Pango's gonna use that info after Vlad. Going for Spirit Vessel, which is Morphling's greatest nemesis.
Yeah. Knowing that there's no Dispel, right? No Manta, no BKB. Zitrax may just get caught out by that. So good catch there on that urn into the Spirit Vessel. As Radiant Observer Ward here spots 3, if not 4 heroes all in the area. They grab the outpost, trying to bait Unique into a fight on that high ground. I think Charlie might have just been spotted for a second, or it's Unique knowing that the aggression's coming. Mars Grim looking at Supreme's puck. Slark still giving chase to Zitrax. A bit of a weird spread here from Chicken Fighters, but they are all regrouping now. As long as they don't get completely isolated, this looks pretty good. But Unique in a very unique place, hiding in the jungle there. Bristleback still pushing out mid lane, and Morphling hiding by his tier 1.
Yeah, they made a new lane for themselves. What we usually see in pubs, someone going for jungle. They know something is up. Top lane being pushed in, no one showing on the map. So Chicken Fighters, they're just holding hands together, which is a correct play here.
It's one of those great...
Playing around Slark.
One of those great situations where both teams have the insight, both teams know what's happening, and then the Dire do scan. 19 drops his raindrops, gets snapped up by the coil. TP's coming in now to try and save the Bristleback. But with a Demonic Purge and 5 heroes surrounding him, they need the Arena of Blood now. It comes out. 19, he's getting pounced. The Guardian Angel arrives, and 19's about to fall. Charlie gets the pick off he needed, while BZZ Inkswell in onto 2. Good disruption, though. Era keeping himself up as the puck. It's Zitrax. He's in puck mode. Orb and Waveform back over the top of them. Seneko, another Heavenly Grace. Try and keep himself alive for 5 seconds until that Purification's back up. And Unique is a 2-for-2 trade so far as BZZ blinking forward, looking for bonus kills. And another jaunt onto that orb from Zitrax, but I feel like Unique now out of steam, and it's the guerrilla tactics from Charlie Slark. In, out, he's stacking up these Essence Shift stacks, and he's looking to pick off the Morphling. A Waveform and a Ghost Scepter will make him pretty difficult to kill. But all things said and done...
Yeah, that's why they want to reset the fight multiple times so Slark can go in and out. They understand that Unique is very limited on the catch. Slark should not die this game. He also has Omni Knight behind him, and it's a free Slark game. He gets the Morph off plus a Ghost Scepter. Still, they want to get some Essence Shift off him. Morph should be fine.
Mars has Blink Spear, if they do want to make a jump there. But yeah...
And you can see that they're giving some Sentry Wards to Slark, so that they can get rid of the visions and they're moving together.
Very nice indeed. BZCs, he just blink kill the courier, jump in from the Slark, and a Rolling Thunder. Sableye controlling up the fight, rolling back into the tier 3s as Vanscore's going to get pounded here by Charlie. 5 permanent stacks on that agility now, and Charlie's not done just yet. Still has 1 Shadow Dance up his sleeve as 19 down to half HP. Now Chicken Fighters do retreat, thinking about the objectives, the rest of the map now. They've got some pickoffs. They've most certainly unsettled Team Unique here. Their morale has been tipped a little bit. And there's bounty runes ready to be gathered up. There are lanes to be farmed. And looking towards that, mid to late game, it feels like Chicken Fighters with the Omni Slark much more adept at going into that later stage of the game.
Slark is so farmed at the moment and so tanky. Pupil's Gift, level 10 strength talent. He can keep doing this all day long, in and out.
And they're so good at resetting with Heavenly Grace, Guardian Angel. They jump in with the E-Blade, but Charlie's just out of there with a quick Shadow Dance. Swashbuckle from Zitrax forces Pango to fall back. But through Waning Rift Silence, Dream Coil, Guardian Angel, Heavenly Grace, the Swashbuckle Disarm from Lucky Shot, Shadow Demon Disruption, they have so many ways to allow Charlie to pounce in, pounce out. Reset, full HP again.
And this Omni Knight position 5, like, he is your position 3 in terms of like what Omni Knight is doing. He's not as tanky as your position 3 Omni, but you can see Windlace building the drums. It's all about using his spells multiple times in a team fight, and the only target he needs to care about is Slark. This is their win condition, and he only needs to be using those 2 spells on Slark. Are there any big items on side of Unique? It's your position 4 Batrider going for Boots of Travel. I don't think it's gonna do anything here, to be honest.
It's like 22 minutes in. Yes, you're gonna have it, but what's it gonna accomplish? A Slark, a Soulbind out from Vanscore, and the Mars ulti, but the Guardian Angel, it will try and keep them alive. Supreme's blown up though. The Morphling slaying Supreme as Charlie still trying to continue the fight, looking for the Morphling pickoff. Suneko has another Heavenly Grace here with 1 charges. Spirit Vessel's looking pretty good as the Inkswell, Suneko TPing home, but the connection from the Inkswell's there, onto 2, and Charlie in an awful lot of trouble now, still with the Heavenly Grace up, but Unique strike back. Zitrax playing that Morphling so beautifully with the initiations off that E-Blade, and BCC's found another one. Era Shadow Demon getting speared up to the trees. Batrider arriving, and Era with a TP. I don't know if he can get himself out of this one. Banish. Nothing to stop the TP. Spear comes a little too late. Very well done by the SD. And it's Roshan time.
Morphling with the Morbid Mass, Goose Sticks. It's enough. Sustain. They can't contest this. Problem was Puck died in the previous fight, so he can get the multiple spells off. Now it's just a chain feeding from Chicken Fighters.
Yeah, now Morph has Aegis. You've killed off Saberlight. 11 to 12. That net worth lead was going up pretty quickly in Chicken Fighter's favor. Got to about 2k as it spiraled upwards, and now dipping back down as Unique reclaim control. 23 minutes in.
Problem is, if this game drags on Unique, you have 3 cores who scale. The way the Puck is playing this game, like, he has the old Scepter okay, but he doesn't scale as much as these other heroes scale on Unique side. Pangler can, but he is building all the items that his team needs. Like, I don't mind his item build. I don't think anything is wrong. It's just that he's not gonna scale. It's gonna be like 3 cores against 2. Also, you wanna get Pangolier to level 15, plus 4 seconds on Rolling Thunder. That's one of the better talents in game.
It does feel pretty good. And there's your Boots of Travel Batrider now. Vanscore Ether Lens isn't too far away. Radiance queued up by 19 as BCC jumps, spears up Supreme, and then walks away. We've got plenty of time, 3.5 minutes on the Aegis for Zitrax as he queues up his Manta style. Only about 600, 700 gold off of finishing it. Chicken Fighters back up to top, looking for a tier 2. Scouted every step of the way though, some great vision down from Vanscore. Observer wards all across from that bottom Radiant jungle through to his own top Dire jungle. And they see everything, and that's why they know exactly where they can smoke towards. They've watched the migration of the Chicken Fighters. The chickens are trying to fly the coop here. Their wings not powerful enough as the TP out cancelled by BCC. Quick little shadow dance and a pounce forward. The rest of the team, Supreme's in onto Vanscore. The clumsy net is there, but Supreme still takes down the Grimstroke. As a lasso, no dog pack, 14-1 and another one to go. Disarm comes out as Illusion runs away, and they've got the Mars ulti. In with the E-Blade, strike down, but the save from Era might get this. Pango out. He's swashbuckled, shield crash, life still back up with the Vlad. Saberlight is walking it off. He doesn't give a damn. And they've focused and isolated the Bristleback now. The rest of Unique nowhere to be found. Disarm. Charlie struggling to stick on this target as the Morphling comes back in with swashbuckle onto Suneko. BZZ, he's got another lineup of the spear here if he wants to stick around, but Supreme with a good silence onto the Morphling, gets the Manta off, and now Strength Morph going, but he's disarmed up, and Charlie pounding into the Morphling. Another clumsy net arriving, and Zitrax is in trouble.
A lot of stacks.
Saberlight wants to keep going. What do we got? 4 stacks of Quill Sprays up on Charlie, but he doesn't give a damn. He's just going to keep pumping the damage into Zitrax. The missed swashbuckle's a bit problematic from Saberlight, allowing another waveform out, but Supreme, he's there. Oh, the E-Blade not going to help him against the Waning Rift, and Chicken Fighters under the tier 2, take down the Morphling, forcing them to run away, and I don't know if Vaskor brought back here, if he just respawned. The fight's lasted that bloody long. He's come in and died again, Lacoste. Saberlight, he's still going. After escaping the fight on 20 HP, he's destroying them. Morphling finally killing off Supreme, and Puck, the pesky Fairy Dragon, is down, so team fight contribution limited now. As Chicken Fighters, they're running out of ways to reset. The reset has happened too many times, and Zitrax is exploiting that to the fullest with his second life. Charlie's out. Soneko's gone.
Missing so many of those bounces, which is a guaranteed kill. He had 30 essence shift stacks. But this shows that, like, Slark is the ultimate carry in this game. I see he's going for Eye of Scotty as the next item. I don't mind. It's gonna give him more, like, tankiness, more stats, but I also want to see a Basher. There's so many great items he can build this game.
Just some more lockdown. He's getting so much damage. I mean, he's only got 5 permanent agi stacks, which surprises me. 5, 1, and 6. It feels like he should have much, much more. The performance he's having on this Slark. Zitrax moving into a BKB now. Feeling he needs to be even more defensive. And Puck with the Dagon level 1. You talked about scaling, and this is one way to do it with that spell amplification.
Yes, correct.
Halberd disarms Charlie. 19. Trying to defend the rest of the team, but the jump into the back, Vanscore obliterated, but so is Saberlight. The Pango's gone, the Dream Coil inside that Mars ulti will yet again allow Chicken Fighters to reset onto the Batrider. This is the pickoff they need, the TP, the buyback, in from Saberlight. Pango there wants to battle as the waveform clears up Suneko, no buyback on him, so the fight is looking a bit awkward now for both sides. The phase shift from Morphling gets him out of the pounce. Zitrax, really gorgeous stuff here, but Saberlight, the connection from the Rolling Thunder forced the Manta. The silence with the E-Blade coming through. Zitrax, he's bought himself a little bit of time, but he's got no mana for waveform. You're right. He's just got to rely on this shift to strength, and it won't be enough. Chicken Fighters annihilating the Morphling at long last and looking for 19, but he TP's home. Disruption and Pounce both coming off cooldown in a matter of fractions of seconds there.
The problem is, when you're playing Morphling, you don't deal well with the illusion carriers, you don't deal well with the mana burn. One of the reasons why Phantom Lancer is such a great counter to Morph. And now there's even a Spirit Vessel. So your mana pool is limited. You are using your shotgun. You want to use Manta Style as well, which is pretty costly. But then the Spirit Vessel comes.
Man, there's now a Titan Sliver for Slark. Yeah.
Alright, game over.
I saw Pango pick it up, and I was waiting for you to stop talking. I was just going to be like, dude, nothing matters anymore. Slark has Titan Sliver. S and Y with the Sliver. Telescope for the Shadow Demon. Oh, it's sick.
That's going to get him like 40% status resistance. Great against Lasso, Spear Stun. Telescope on Telescope. Pretty balanced if you're asking me. Orb of Destruction also for both teams.
Yeah, they're getting pretty identical items, aren't they? In that tier 3 slot. Repair Kit is there for the Dire team, though. There's a little bit of a difference maker.
Tough choice for Slark. Like, both Titan Sliver and Orb of Destruction, great item on him. Also, Paladin Sword. Man, Slark's getting all the items.
He's only got 1 slot, though. So he's keeping Paladin Sword and Titan Sliver. Where does that go? Who wants it? Puck is keeping Clumsy Net. Oh, Slark can't quite decide. He's bringing Titan Sliver to himself now. He's put the Paladin Sword back again.
He has lifesteal from Pango's Vlad's, and he has a lifesteal talents. I don't think he needs more lifesteal. It's not like they're focusing him, so I would just prefer to have more damage, more status resistance.
But the more lifesteal you have, the more the amplification of the lifesteal increases. No, I genuinely think Titan Sliver there is better than Paladin Sword.
But now he has Eye of Scotty slow, and there's Orb of Destruction, so maybe stack more slow, huh? Also a tough choice for him.
Pango Orb of Destruction's so good. Charlie, he is just stacking up these essence shifts. 19, down to half HP already. Charlie considering chasing that one deep as well. The Soulbind coming in, holding the Pango in place. Unfortunate for the Chicken Fighters, but they've killed off BZZ. He gets off his Arena of Blood as they dive into the back. Zitrax can't stick on a target because of the self-disruption. Era buying time with the Glimmer Cape, but the dust comes out. Finally killed off as the Chicken Fighters under their tier 1 tower looking incredibly good. Charlie is annihilating them as Supreme is outplaying the Morphling. Unique have run out of steam here. The prime carry, Charlie Slark, looking real good to stick around, but he's lost all of his supports. The teamfight reset is not there anymore. I just think he can 1v3, honestly. Charlie is annihilating them, but the kills are going to Supreme. A little bit greedy on this puck, but bloody hellfire. Look at this slot go. They're picking him out. Kill the slot.
Come here, little
Do
piggy.
something to the slot. Halberd, E-Blade, stop him from hitting us, please. You took the bait, and now you're going to get slain again. 19, sent skywards with the Yule Scepter.
Charges this storm.
You've got
to have another ulti soon.
The pushback. Get out of here, Slog.
Roche is alive, but lanes are in a good spot for them to farm it. Also, he has like 60% status resistance when Omni-Knight uses Heavenly Grace.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Like, I'm just watching Team Unique run around and, you know, kill off the Pango, take out the Shadow Demon and the Omni-Knight. And then you realize that Slark can literally 1v3 their core heroes, and you wonder what the point was.
Oh, don't do it. Don't overdo it, Charlie. He's going
doing?
for Satanic. Like
Buddy, please.
He might get it as his 6th item. There's no need for BKB this game, but I would still prefer the Basher. His attack speed is insane at the moment.
Look at him go! Dream Coil is going to snap onto the Batrider, and Supreme's going to claim yet another life. Bristleback destroyed and annihilated. He ceases to exist under the Slog's right clicks. Finally, with a spear from BZZ. He's bought a bit of time, but Charlie just high grounds them. Come on, come on. Yes, it tracks.
See some frogs
what
in
have
the
you
chat.
got? You got a BKB? Get out of here. Another soul buy, and it will hold that roll
You have
into
a
thunder.
leash for me? You
Under
can't
the
leave
tier
this
3.
dog.
You know, in Kung Fu movies where, you know, the guy that looked like a homeless person suddenly gets ready and he's in that battle stance, and with his hand, you know, he moves his fingers to beckon someone towards you. That's what Slog's doing. He's just come out of nowhere and like, right, come on then. Let's have a go. Give me your best shot. 5v1. Let's see what you've actually got. 19.
This Slark set reminds me of Hannibal Lecter.
Wait, Zitrax just got what?
Blown up.
Oh, fuck.
900 HP.
That's Silver Edge Dagon. Well, Slog going under the tier 4s and the Ancient now. A good Dream Call onto 3 of them too. They're all snapped in place. Supreme focusing the Batrider as Charlie giving chase. They've lacking a little bit of damage there, but the clicks will come. Batrider on top of the throne, but GG is called. Game 1 for the Chicken Fighters. Very well played.
Yeah, this is just a free Slark game. What did they last pick? Bristleback was their 10th pick. No, Mars was.
Yeah,
right?
Mars last pick,
Mars was. Yeah, definitely they needed a hero that deals well with the Slark. That's why I suggested like a Leshrac instead. He could have a decent laning stage against Puck. And Puck, I mean, then you force Slark to buy a BKB, but you still have ways of dealing with him with the Diabolic Edict. And you picked another strength melee core against Slark.
Yeah, a bit of a yikes.
Also, Sonico did a good job, just following the Slark, using both spells on him, ulti if needed. A lot of survivability. It's just an clear outdraft.
Chicken Fighters continue looking very strong here on the group stage. Best of 3, of course, so we'll take a quick break. Lacoste, jump into lobby and find out what Game 2 brings us as this series continues after the break.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is
it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna wanna see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a line for 4 lines, new from AT&T.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Are you ever trying to enjoy a nice, relaxing game of Dota 2? Then somebody spoils it by picking this guy, or this guy? Me too, basically every game because I play on US East. But fear not, because there is hope. There are currently 3 main ways that people deal with cheese picks and counter picks: laning differently, skilling differently, and itemizing differently. As for laning differently, consider the god-awful matchup of Ember Spirit versus Huskar. Something pros are currently experimenting with is playing the mid lane normally until the point where they feel they're strong enough to start cutting the wave, then they head to the enemy tier 3 and start killing the wave there, ditching the lane entirely. Alternatively, if the enemy supports start giving you a difficult time, then all you need to do is run the wave back to a safe place on your side of the lane. But sometimes cutting the lane is not necessary, and all you need to do to deal with a cheesy pick is to skill your hero differently. Consider the matchup of Ursa versus Timbersaw. Ursa can easily kill Timbersaw through his reactive armor, so it's traditionally considered a counter pick. However, if you skill Timbersaw in an untraditional way by going for points in the Timber Chain ability, then you can actually beat Ursa in lane due to the raw damage output and mobility. Of course, a similar approach works in regards to itemization. Consider the following matchup: Bloodseeker versus Death Prophet. This boils down to Dogman who kills fast-moving people versus very fast Ghost Lady. So if you're playing Death Prophet and eventually get sick of dying to Rupture, just pick up a Blade Mail. Then Bloodseeker is forced to kill himself or never rupture you again. Problem solved.
My name is Jordan Gilbert.
Under peach yellow skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Baby, leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. down. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers 'cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, fading out. Chasing the light, chasing chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeling the high.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Dota's the kind of game where you kind of know you're going to win before it's even over.
Aggressive on the run, Universe right behind him. They keep running out for GG.
I was having a down day, and I decided to revisit some good memories. My name is Peter PPD Dagger, and these are my moments of brilliance.
Multiple witnesses have reported mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Salary. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna wanna see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a line for 4 lines, new from AT&T.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
ESL 1 Los Angeles is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, AT&T, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and GG Bet.
Welcome back, everybody, to our series here between Team Unique and the Chicken Fighters. ESL 1 Los Angeles 2020 online group stage for Europe and CIS continuing as we get ourselves into the nitty-gritty of it. I'm Gareth, joined by Lacoste, and we've got our first pick all here.
Phoenix, first phase. I feel like Phoenix is a strong hero, but if you just first phase it, there's a lot of ways to counter it. Like you just pick Ogre, Mirana's still in the pool, the extra attack speed you get from it. You can also go for the route, okay, they're gonna go with Phoenix and Mars, so we're gonna steal Mars.
There's plenty of ways around it. Or you could go for like Dispel heroes, get rid of the Fiery Spirits. People who buy...
Legion Commander is also one of the better ones, I'd say. Dispel. Fiery Spirits have extra attack speed.
Like even like early Manta heroes, early BKB heroes, Gyro, Morphling can do decently, Phantom Lancer. There's so many ways to kind of play around it. We could, we know how Charlie loves his illusion heroes, Naga Siren and stuff like that. Definitely possibilities there. Chicken Fighters, speaking of them, taking their sweet time in that first phase. Phoenix, like you mentioned, kind of being grabbed away. The opportunity to block pick the Mars, definitely there. And Sableye has had some really good Mars performances, but there's also the threat of the Axe as well, right? Like, would you rather have Sableye block picking an Axe here or a Mars?
I would go for something different. I think it's okayish, but sometimes you end up with a bad draft when you're just trying to like too much counter pick the enemy team. But they go with Mars. They took their time. All right, so you wanted to have a combo, but then you ended up playing against such a strong combo.
Man, Cursed Crown with Spear. Arena of Blood with the Fear.
Unlimited stun.
So much lockdown. And there is the Axe. If the Mars gets block picked up like that, kind of expect the Axe to be snap picked by Team Unique. Mariska has arrived. The wee bonny lass, the Scottish fairy.
10 seconds remaining.
Is Mariska like a traditional Scottish name, or is it just made up?
I have literally, I mean, I've never heard the name Mariska before Dark Willow was introduced, so. But I'm not from Scotland, so I have no idea. Maybe it's an old lore name or something.
You're closer to Scotland than me.
That's true. I mean, I've probably got some Scottish blood in me. I'm not sure, though. I know I've got some Celtic blood, half Irish, got some Viking blood from Northern England.
I would never guess that.
Yeah, the redhead in me. But I can't do an Irish accent. Irish accent's bloody difficult. I don't know why. Now, where are we? Draft, bans, yes. Dota 2. Game 2 of this series, and very important for both teams. Chicken Fighters are looking to secure their playoff position with a win here, and Team Unique trying to kind of drag themselves out of the dumps. A win here could put them in contention for a kind of tiebreaker situation for those playoffs. Nature's Prophet, Oracle, Shadow Demon, Weaver, DP, all removed out by them. While KFC is what people have been calling the Chicken Fighters. Ember Spirit, Tusk, Kotl, Pango.
10 seconds remaining.
I watched BTS Boys yesterday. Man, they were going ham on position 5 Death Prophet that LeBron played. I guess that's like a couple of the games that they saw. It just didn't work out well every single time. I was wondering what happened with this hero. I don't necessarily think it's that great of a hero. There's always a better position 5, which brings more to a team fight than Bane. But he's great for setting things up. And also you have this BKB piercing ability. You have a save if you can time it correctly with the Nightmare.
And there's one thing that Bane does exceptionally well that a lot of heroes maybe struggle with, especially from the support position, is when Axe is creep cutting, right? When he's between tier 1, tier 2, Bane has the Nightmare. He's got great ways of trading regen with Brain Sap. He is very good, not only setting up team fights, but setting up these lanes.
One thing that bothers me about Bane is that Ice Frog switched the position of Nightmare and then Feeble.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Dire team
That was very rude. That was very, very rude of him. I don't know why, honestly. I think because... So in normal Dota skill, and I guess in game design, you want, like, if you're playing QWER, you want your Q and W to be your active spells, and E is more often than not the passive, right? Like if you think about all Dota heroes, the majority of the time they have their passive on the later skills rather than the earlier skills. So I think he wanted to keep it consistent, but I'm not sure.
But then for people who were playing Bane with QWER, they're fucked.
Yeah, I guess what, I mean, with legacy keys as well. Legacy keys is screwed up as well.
I haven't played Bane since they changed it, but I played with legacy keys.
Good luck.
I mean, I can swap it. I can just put whatever I want.
That's true.
Customize it.
Responding to gyro. What's up with the gyro pick here?
Great against Phoenix eggs. Like you hit the egg and you're hitting the other heroes as well. So it's a lifestealer into Bane. These two supports like Dark Willow, Bane, they don't deal well with the lifestealer. If you think about Bane, yeah, he has his ulti. I'm gonna grab him for 5+ seconds. There's still team behind him. It also depends. Like Bane is one of the heroes that is the hardest to master in terms of positioning, like where you need to stand. Do you go for a brain sap, or you just stay further away, wait for them to use all their stuns, then you pop the ulti?
Razor band out. Final hero for Chicken Fighters. I mean, I would normally assume this is a Charlie gyro. And they do ban out the puck, so Team Unique thinking the same thing as they grab the Queen of Pain. Real solid team fight here. Soulbind into multiple daggers. They've got the Blink Call, Supernova. A couple of carriers for Lifestealer, Phoenix, Axe, and Queen of Pain, all with the mobility skills.
I'm wondering what happens if Grimstroke connects 2 targets. One is low in the Axe threshold to kill him, and the other is not. Does it put your Culling Blade on cooldown, or does it refresh it?
I don't know. Broodmother! Okay. We forgot about the Brood.
Put the Axe mid.
That's true. They can put the Axe middle. But then you get into a position where Axe is, killing off the lane creeps. Broodmother's cutting wave, farming jungle, accelerating a little bit better.
Yes, but if you put Queen of Pain mid, then you just lose the lane. Queen of Pain doesn't get as much farm as Axe. So they need to put Axe on a mid lane against Broodmother, otherwise, like, the mid laner just loses the lane. But Broodmother will still get the farm nevertheless. She can just creep, skip, farm the jungle, farm the lane, play between tier 1, tier 2 tower. But at least you're going to get much more items on the Axe. I mean, you can put Queen of Pain mid if you want to lose. There's no problem with that. It's when people are stubborn in your public games and they do not want to adjust. Yeah, but I'm mid. I don't want to get reported because I'm not playing my role.
I don't want to get reported. It's sad. And there we have it. Game 2. Chicken Fighters pulling out the last pick. Brood. Mars, Maresca, Bane, Gyro, Broodmother. Up against the Phoenix, Axe, Grimstroke, Lifestealer, and Queen of Pain. ESL 1 Los Angeles 2020. Brought to you in part by Mercedes, of course, with the MVP. Are you timing it, Lacoste?
No, I'm not. I forgot once again. I can't believe. I'm just too focused on the drafts, how things are going to go. I was thinking that it's not such a great Broodmother game to start with. Like, they have a counter. It's a 10-pick Brood. Axe can hold the Broodmother in place. And this is going to be, if they put Axe on mid, it's going to be a good blink timing on the Axe. Let's check. Yeah, he's going mid. 2 shared tangos.
I love it when you prepare for battle.
He sure is.
So now you have Queen of Pain and Phoenix as your side laners. So that's a ton of overtime damage.
That's going to be really nasty, isn't it?
I kind of feel bad for Bane.
Well, because he's going to get clicked over and over again.
Yeah, so every single time you get close. He shines in the match. He can just bully people out of the lane with the Brain Sap. Brain Sap also got nerfed, in my opinion. The damage got increased, but it's not pure damage anymore.
I mean, 550 plus 525. That's 1,075 attack range for the Dire team. 400 plus Gyro is 365, so 765. Yeah, the Dire not looking too good in that ranged battle.
I don't think that's how math works, Gary. but
You
it's
add the
just
numbers together, and the bigger number wins. That is literally how...
bigger number wins. So, like, what's the... Nah, we can't go there. So, because they have more range combined together, they're stronger.
Yes.
Okay, Mars range, 250. Maresca,
Shut up, Seneco's dying.
475.
Bane, he's trapped between 3 Radiant heroes. The range of the Phoenix, the Queen of Pain, and the Grim Struggle pairing up beautifully to take down First Blood as Bane drops.
As expected, Soneko once again drops the First Blood. It's really not a good Bane game to start with. Now that they like adjusted their mid lane, we're gonna pick Broodmother, which means that Ag's gonna come mid. They maybe didn't think through this, that their top lane is gonna get dumpstered by these 2 heroes.
Lifestealer with a Grimstruck down bottom. Who wins the range battle down there? Spear has a pretty good range. Chucking it out onto the poor Lifestealer. As Supreme, like you mentioned, this mid lane up against the Mars. 55 attack damage on BZZ, 49 on Supreme, and then you got to worry about the spin as well. Nasty time.
Axe likes you.
5-0, 4-1. Yeah, these lanes going very well for Unique already. Homing missile onto the Queen of Pain top. Get a bit of harassment here. Seneko giving her the clicks. But they've got a headdress on Illusion, as does Seneko, as we've seen. So, in previous patches, when you're matched up against an Axe as Broodmother, we saw quite a few people shift away from Spiderlings and go into Incapacitating Bite, get this nice kind of 1v1 trade battle where you're clicking the Axe. But still going for Spiderlings here, Supreme. Now Broodmother loves to cut waves, farm jungle, and
she needs level 3.
Accelerating that way.
Call from Axe, that's a lot of damage.
Holy shit.
I mean, he almost gets him.
40 health. Super close to dying. 4 mangoes. What's coming out on Courier now? Salve, majority of the Soul Ring. Not completed though, and this is Axe, who's going to have Ring of Health in a second.
Yes, that 6.5 region per second. Like, there's no way you're killing him. And who's gonna rotate? He does not care about like these Spiderlings at all. Supreme needs to start creep cutting. He can't use Spiderlings at all. What is he bringing? He's bringing a Salve, going for Soul Ring to have mana sustain and some extra HP.
Bottom lane looks fun. Mars 11-1, Lifestealer struggling a little bit at 8-2. As Era, Saberlight both putting some hefty pressure onto Vanskor now. I was thinking maybe they could go for a kill there on Vanskor. Sitting at 400 HP. Spear, God's Rebuke with the damage from the Dark Willow. They hold back on it as the wave does maneuver itself up a little further northwards, and now they look for the secure kill. They know for sure that Vanskor's going to die. Try and expend as little mana as possible. That's why Spear, it doesn't have enough for it, so he's got to take the Lifestealer out of the fight as Vanskor survives. Tango and Headdress keeping him up and running as Saberlight Salve cancelled about halfway through.
Sorry, Gary, I'm just watching the mid lane. It's very satisfying to watch Axe farm both lane and the jungle at the same time. Like, he's gonna have Vanguard in the next minute, then he really becomes unkillable.
And this is usually where Brood accelerates and gets ahead of her opponent, but Axe can do exactly what she does, and maybe even better, honestly. BZZ having an amazing time. Top lane, Gyro, Charlie, 5-1. The position 1 hero from Chicken Fighters struggling. As 19 and Illusion sticking it to him in this top spot, throwing out the Fiery Spirits. Seneko trying to walk forward there and get a bit more chip damage onto Illusion, who is taking tower hits.
That's why I said that they didn't think this through. Now you have, like, you solo-handedly lost 2 lanes by picking Broodmother as last, which means that they adjusted accordingly to it. Your Gyro is struggling, your Bane as well also fed the first blood. How's bottom lane doing?
Well,
Saberlight
is TPing out.
the TP out. That's not a good sign.
Shadow Realm keeping Era alive just a little bit longer. They don't have Orb of Venom or anything here. The brown boots into the stroke of fate, slowing her down on her way out. Look, BZZ is even contesting. Oh, hello. Sorry, my bad. Illusion drops up top. But BZZ is now not only pushing wave, farming his wave, but also coming back and contesting the Brood Mother as she tries to take down a medium camp.
I mean, it's pointless to try to harass Brood. She has way too much regen at the moment. 10 per second. That's the full Vanguard on Axe, 5 minutes in. Soneiko. Like, can he get the courier? Nah. But he can get the rune.
Down bottom.
Top lane, Charlie's gonna die.
Oh, you're right. And down bottom, looks like Vanskor and Saberlight having a bit of a head-to-head. The Mars falls first, Era trades back. But overall, across the map, 2 for 1. A 3-2 lead for Team Unique, as all of their cores doing exceptionally well CS-wise. Radiant leading the battle, as the Gyro still at 9-1, and it feels so bad when you know that Charlie is one of these real, carry players. He likes hitting creeps. That's where he finds his rhythm. That's where he gets his mojo from. Hitting creeps, getting items, but he is being kind of fed to the dogs here by his team a little bit. Broodmother, what kind of item do you think she goes for this game? Is it Diffusal Blade as normal?
It is Diffusal Blade. Yeah, all these heroes really rely on mana. X has limited mana pools and goes for Life Stealer.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
On the battle top comes to nothing. Unique still just trading much more effectively back into Soneiko, but Charlie drags his wave to get a bit of secure farm near his tier 1. At the very least. Era being pinged out. Vanskor does have that second point up in the Inkswell now. Combine it with this life stealer, you could just charge forward onto people.
Oh, Axe dunks the courier.
Okay.
So that's some extra gold for his team.
And Fiery Spirit, so annoying.
Such a better draft from Unique.
Era. Yeah, gets away with the Shadow Realm. Zitrax also dodging out of the Mars Spear. Still not a massive amount of regen there for him. Wait, does Soneiko? He's fine, right? Headdress, Tango. He's got 1 stick charge. He'll be all good. I was just wondering if Illusion goes diving for him or something, but Bane will walk away.
Bane is level 4 man. Axe is just so satisfying to watch him farm.
Better red than dead.
Set. Gets the next creep wave. Drags it towards the neutral camp. How we're standing net worth wise?
I just picked
3.6. Broodmother 3.3. I mean, Broodmother is gonna get the farm. You can't really stop her. She's just way too elusive early on.
And she is much better at doing tower damage than the Axe is. Look at that, Supreme onto the tier 1. Might actually be able to bring it down all on her lonesome. It just feels like the thing is here, BZZ is going to have a much better time rotating into different lanes when he gets that Blink Dagger. He's the playmaker, while Brood is the lane sitter. You stay in this lane, you push down towers, you get yourself big, and you move towards the Aghanim Scepter, which allows you to spread the map a little wider, and you can cut waves. You basically make a bunch of little spider legs for yourself, branching out across from the mid lane.
And they don't have a hero that can rotate and punish this Axe. Like, Broodmother can't really just keep attacking with the spiderlings.
Queen of Pain jumping onto Soneiko. Brain Sap and Nightmare already used. Does he have any 1 charges? 4 stick, but that damage over time and alright, 19 says screw it, I'm going to annihilate you.
Regen Rune in bottle. Only 1 point in Scream of Pain, but it's gonna be enough to clear the wave. Man, Charlie doing everything he can in this lane. 3 points in Shadow Strike. That's gonna drop his HP to half.
Yeah, he's bought those raindrops. Every little helps. And a tip there coming out from BZZ onto Supreme. Not sure exactly what happened, but Mars is now Sorry, Axe now, 98 CS, so I'm assuming he caught a little clump of spiderlings. And Diffuser Blade for Supreme coming up. And Axe, yeah, he had phase boots queued up, and I was wondering if that Blink Dagger is just going to come straight out after the Vanguard Brown Boots. And it looks like that's what BZZ is aiming for. Make that initial jump worthwhile. As a Nightmare stops the homing missile damage. Sadly there, Chicken Fighters not pairing up too well. As the 10-minute bounty runes and outpost timing is coming, BZZ gets a catch with the Inkswell connection onto Era. Does have the Shadow Realm, but doesn't get it off in time. Outpost 1 for 1. Off the back of it, as Sonerko up top. Queen of Pain finds him.
That's the 10-minute Blink Dagger on Axe. Arcane Rune also can be picked up, but I still feel like Axe should keep on farming. Like, you bought a Blink Dagger, you want to be rotating. Top lane is just a disaster, so this is where he could rotate easily, make Charlie's life even more miserable.
Oh, mid-tier 1 down. There's the blink onto the spiderlings. Loads of CS for the Axe now. 5.4k net worth. Supreme really losing out on this. And I think the 4-0 bounty runes should eventually be there. Sableye did get one of them. But there is one still lurking around. Oh, no, Sableye's was from earlier on. They jump the Broodmother, dive in, got the Inkswell, connecting, chain stuns galore. No, BZZ doesn't get the Inkswell onto the Broodmother.
Radiant structures are fortified.
A lot of overtime damage. Fire Spirit, he's gonna dunk him. He knows. BZZ. Where's the tip?
Well, he's chasing Sonerko now. 19 gets Sableye top lane. Another call onto the Bane. And Team Unique is going to be 9-2. A double kill, double dunk. BZZ getting the job done. Axe against Broodmother. A perfect counter.
Gary, this game is officially over.
Yeah, 19 has 7-1 charges, but they're coming in with a Lifestealer. Quick little infest, rage up and try and save the Quap, but she's popped out. Kill streak gone, goes into the pockets of Era, who trades his life for the 616 gold that the Queen of Pain gives.
Zitrax, I want to see item build on him. Armlet into Deso, into Heaven's Halberd. Like, this is the item build that you finish the game early on. Use this advantage. Just snowball. It also opens up the Roche for you. And BZZ is having such a great time on the Axe. Level 12.
And a smoke up looking for Brood again. Inkswell call. They've caught Supreme. The Broodmother just not having a game now. Pick off after pick off. No snowball. No momentum. The Chicken Fighters being dumpstered by Unique here in game 2. Queen of Pain closing in on the Orchid. Mid-tier 1's down, so now access into these dire jungle areas. And Charlie, who had such a struggle in that laning phase, he is not bottom of the net worth, but he is bloody close, and he is a position 1 core hero. As Sableye gets shredded out by the rotation in, as the Queen of Pain jumps in again. Sonerko and Era being focused. No dive, no
Era
supernova,
might be dead
but
from this overtime damage.
Vanscore has Inkswell and blink up in 5 seconds, and there's a call, another dunk, a double for BZZ yet again, and Charlie hiding in the trees. It's not safe in there. There's all kinds of spooky things in the jungle, Charlie. No! Run! Charlie, no! Chicken Fighters are giving away kill after kill. Honestly, Lacoste, it's 13 minutes in, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them tap out.
And there's nothing they can learn from this game. Maybe one more fight with Broodmother Diffusal Blade. Like, they're so far behind. Charlie, 2 raid bans, level 6 on Gyro, 13 minutes in. Yeah, maybe they can pull off like Mars and Dark Willow combo. They still didn't use their spells properly.
No, they've not had any spells until now. Struggling to hit level 6 on a lot of these heroes. Gyro, Bane just about cracking it as BZZ just calling up creeps mid lane. Not a care in the world. Scanning over towards the high ground here. They know there are heroes lurking up on top of the ramp. Let's see, do they smoke up? Have they got one? No smokes here, but the trio. Your position 3 is basically your position 1, and he's able to play with the 2 supports beautifully.
Top lane.
Oh, they got the Lifestealer.
Grip.
He's got Rage Infest, Armlet Phase. He's a very difficult kill to grab here, and he turns to fight and face Saberlight. Where's the infest? It's not coming until now. Zitrax bails out. Blink call onto 2. BZZ's coming for you, Saberlight. Dunked into the ground, and Seneko nightmares up the axe, but Zitrax pops straight back out of the creepy who was holding himself in, and they'll get themselves 2-0. Chicken Fighters trying everything they can.
Lifestealer survived, that's what matters. At least Charlie's getting, well, I mean, he not any. What a combo. Like, they popped the Inkswell while he's deeping, even though he misses a call. Pain is there to help him out.
That's full Orchid.
Full Orchid, alright.
Yeah. Supreme has a BKB queued up. Gyro has Treads queued up 15 minutes in. Whew. 11,000 lead. Let's see if we can get it to 1,000 a minute as top lane fighting around the outpost. They've got Bedlam from Mareska. She's taken down Vanscorn. And Zitrax has cleared up Saberlight. So it's a kill. You get something. Charlie's also TPing up there for a bit of action. What's a piece of the pie? But Team Unique, okay, there's another one. Seneko dunked down on the eastern side of the map. All they would want now is a kill on his Broodmother. That's a Shadow Blade on Axe. That'll give him even more initiation power.
And they're getting rid of the vision. Not in range to kill the observer board. So Axe is about to hit level 15. Both of these talents are good, but I prefer Mana Regen, especially when you buy a Shadow Blade, so you need a lot of mana sustain. You have a Royal Jelly that's some Mana Regen, but Mana Regen in general is a better. Maybe if he got rid of Quelling Blade,
they call the Brood
like a Wind Lace.
Even using the Supernova, Supreme
Courier.
Just another notch in BZZ's belt. Beyond godlike, 11-0-2 Axe. Illusion pop by 19. Basically fighting under the tier 3s as the Bedlam from Era's Dark Willow just used defensively to run away.
New Illusion, so good.
It is.
Dispelling Cursed Crown.
And they've got the Blink call onto Saberlight. Usually the player that likes to initiate and start fights, but he's just getting jumped on. 0-6-2 Mars. Surprise, says the Lifestealer. He's just sprinting down that middle lane. And he does go for that build you were talking about. Doesn't go straight into the Deso. Blightstone, Halberd, the Deso is queued up straight after, but you are 100% correct. That's the way they want to try and close out this game. Bane getting a bit of farm. I guess the reason why he didn't go
for Deso first, to have more survivability, they almost killed him on the top lane. Mareska, dead again.
It looks that way. And a dive forward onto Charlie. Illusion chasing with 19. The Gyro, he's got 1 charges and maybe the ability to get up onto high ground. Sonic Wave clips him at the very end there. And he still falls inside the clumsy net of the Phoenix. Wait, whose clumsy net was that? I swear. Was that Gyro's clumsy net? Yeah, it was Gyro's clumsy net. He netted himself. Trying to hold the Phoenix back. Saberlight. Yes. Towards the tier 4s, and Broodmother can cut waves. She can cause a little bit of chaos here.
Go down.
Yeah, but
Dragon Scale.
This is the thing, like, you're so far ahead, you have 3 heroes pushing high ground, and Axe is looking for the wave cut. BCC is literally standing there waiting for the Brood to make that play. So very difficult for Supreme to go in. As Saberlight misses out, the Arena of Blood catches nobody, and 19 speared down to the low ground. As Unique holding on and jumping forward, catching Gyro with the call and the Inkswell. Supernova's good as well. The fear from Era, they focus the egg and they do take it down. The Chicken Fighters know that once that egg comes to the ground, the team fight potentially could swing their way. The Broodmother, she is ready to battle. The Cursed Crown lands on the Queen of Pain, but 19 blinks away, and Lifestealer, he's still here, full HP, decent amount of mana with Armlet Halberd. But high ground is held by Chicken Fighters. They lose a tier 3, but no barracks.
Even with the missed arena, they still managed to take down both supports, which is pretty impressive considering how far behind they are. If Axe initiates first, and then like you use Supernova, or if he can't blink, you won't be able to pull off like aggressive Supernova, and he also needs just 1 level to get to level 12.
This is a big kill. If they can get the axe here, BZZ, he's down to half HP. He's got 1 charges, but he's blown up. Chicken Fighters striking back. Charlie, okay, now he's stuck up against the wall. Lifestealer's running you down, but the Broodmother arriving. The Sunray there will burn Charlie down. Now Supreme focusing Illusion, but caught up in the stuns as Zitrax turns with the Soulbind in and a Sonic Wave. They take that Broodmother out of the game. Zitrax on the high ground. Lifestealer stuck up on the Spire, but Sableye Seneko retreating and sprinting away
down
as 19 finds the Dark Willow on the left-hand side.
Invest, and he gets down.
Nicely done.
Phoenix, Bird gets him off. It's like watching Lord of the Rings once again.
The bird gets him off. Wonderful phrasing, Lacoste.
Was it? No, it wasn't that Lord of the Rings. It was actually The Hobbit when oh, it was actually a Lord of the Rings.
Gandalf gets saved by the birds
Gandalf,
from the White Tower of Saruman.
Yeah. But the same thing happened in The Hobbit.
And those
When they
birds
get
very
saved
helpful.
by birds. Yeah, those birds, man. Whew. Like half griffins, I think.
What did they do? They help Frodo escape from Mordor as well, don't they? After he's destroyed the ring, they fly him home.
Basically, those birds are MVP of the whole series.
Yeah, and a lot of people ask why didn't they just fly the birds into Mordor? They had a big fucking eye in the sky that sees everything coming. That's why. Zitrax into the Roche pit with the rest of his squad. Chicken Fighters not coming out to contest this, so it's going to be Aegis in the hands of the Radiant. Axe's perfect game, of course, down the drain. 11, 1, and 6, though, still a very, very good score. Smoke from Chicken Fighters. Just a little slow. Blink call onto Supreme. They've caught the Brood. Good Nightmare save. Buys him time to get away. The Spear with the ulti. Arena down and Illusion falls. No Supernova here and a team fight lacking from Unique. BZZ and 19 getting caught up with the Cursed Crown. Oh, the Axe. He's going to try and run away from this one, but the focus now is on from Supreme towards 19. Has a blink in a second, but doesn't get it off in time. The Soulbind, sure enough, is there, but the combos aren't coming. Now the Bedlam onto BZZ. They're chasing back. Chicken Fighters, they're coming. It is beautiful from them, but the Shadow Blade into dust. They've got the reveal, and the kill comes.
This
The
should
swing.
not be happening, Gary. I don't know how, but it is.
The Chicken Fighters getting out of Miss Tweedy's farm. The Chicken Run out of the pie-making machine. Vanscore's being pounded now. Sableye, he's done with them. Era comes in for what, the 4th kill of that fight? Chicken Fighters, how have you managed this?
We've seen one of the biggest throws yesterday when Storm Spirit decided to zip in. Spectre doused the fountain for no reason. I think this is a bigger one if somehow Chicken Fighters can pull this off. There's still Aegis on the Lifestealer. Man, get your shit together. What's going on?
Why is he bottom lane? What's happening there? Gyro still working on an Agnum Scepter. Don't forget the Gyro is at 5,000 net worth. A 17k lead for Team Unique still here, 29 to 11.
He had less than 4,000 before the previous fight started, and they somehow are winning a team. Good save from Bane, though. Like, this bought a lot of time for Broodmother. She is building Aghanim Scepter after this BKB 9-second duration. Like, if you're Unique right now, you're probably, like, scared. Man, what if we throw once again? Like, one more team fight like this is gonna kill our confidence. Aegis up and running for almost 3 minutes. It's time to hit the high ground. Like, you can just slowly siege with the Lifestealer. Dragon Scale, Deso.
Yeah, tilt is a real thing. A full arsenal of abilities available for both sides now. And we've seen how important it is for them to focus down the Phoenix from Chicken Fighter's side. While Unique, they are looking for the Mars, pinging out where he was standing. I would love to see exactly this, a smoke from Era and Sableye. They need to have that surprise initiation, but it's also a smoke here from Unique. Illusion holding the ramp, going down to low ground, though. It's very, very risky to have nobody here up on the high ground, and the jump might be coming. Radiant Observable Sentry is there, spotting out the Broodmother, but the Mars in, misses the spear. Sableye, this is not what they wanted, and a good Soulbind holds them up on the high ground now as the ultis are not coming. Sonic Wave does a good amount of damage as Zitrax shreds through Seneko. Focus onto BZZ's Axe as the Mars Arena Traps BZZ inside, spears him back, Supreme dealing with a couple of heroes on the side. The Broodmother's buying so much time, but the Queen of Pain just clicks her down. And while this is all happening, Lifestealer has broken your high ground, taken tier 3. Broodmother Mars both on the sidelines for about 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And Unique could go back in again for round 2.
Problem is, no one from Chicken Fighters have buyback. So Snake already used his, so if they just lose a couple of heroes, they're doomed.
And there's the Bane down, die back from Seneko. Charlie sprinting forward, looking for Van Score, but the Supernova will zone them all away. And now Unique close out game 2. It's 1-1, and we're going to a game 3 as Supreme's Broodmother annihilated by the BZZ Axe, who went 11-0-9 or something in the first 20-odd minutes of that game.
They lost 2 fights in a row with almost 20,000 net worth lead, and it should not be happening. It just shows like some of the weaknesses of the team. Maybe they felt invincible, like Queen of Pain blinking in aggressively. BZZ was having a perfect game for him. They just needed to coordinate a little bit better, and Chicken Fighters wouldn't get more than 4 or 5 kills. But still, we're gonna go to game number 3, entertaining Dota. I would say this one was clearly an outdraft from Team Unique.
Definitely felt that way. The last pick Brood not living up to expectations from that kind of cheesy last pick. Gyro net worth, I mean, Charlie struggled all the way through that game. You called it at the start. That Axe into Brood with a Queen of Pain Phoenix into the Gyro Bane. It meant 2 lanes were pretty much down the drain there for Chicken Fighters as we swing ourselves into game 3, the deciding match of this series, and potentially deciding match for some of these teams as that middle of the table for the group stage looking pretty tight. As we'll jump into some ads and return after the break.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna want to see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a line for 4 lines, new from AT&T.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Under peach yellow skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing
our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Book a plane, fly away. We will never be the same. And as long as you are mine, come on and run away. We wanna run away.
We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixes cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out. You're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night.
I just wanna feel in the starlight, I see in your eyes. I just wanna feel in the starlight, I see in your eyes.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Dota's the kind of game where you kind of know you're going to win before it's even over.
Aggressive on the run, Universe right behind him. They keep running out, but GG well played.
I was having a down day, and I decided to revisit some good memories. My name is Peter PPD Dagger, and these are my moments of brilliance.
Multiple witnesses have reported mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Salary. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna want to see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a line for 4 lines, new from AT&T.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
ESL 1 Los Angeles is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, AT&T, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and GG Bet.
Welcome back, everybody. After a quick little break there, we've got Game 3 ready for you. Team Unique taking on Chicken Fighters here on this best of 3 of the group stage for ESL 1 Los Angeles 2020 online for Europe and CIS. I'm Gareth, joined by Lacoste, and we've got our first picks coming up here.
Both teams opening with support. Oracle with the save. Same goes for Shadow Demon, so we're expecting some long-ass prolonged team fights. Anything unusual in the first phase? Ember Spirit banned out. Wow. Definitely not the hero that I expect to be like this strong. He's good when paired up with Keeper of the Light. Decent hero. I don't think anything is imbalanced or overpowered on Ember Spirit at the moment.
Yeah, ban Ember and then ban the Kotl on the other side as well. Of course, that Keeper of the Light, Bristleback, no longer there. Kotl activates so many of these heroes. You've got Bristle, you've got Ember Spirit, but you've also got like Weaver with Shukuchi, all of these heroes with low cooldown stuns. Who was it the other day we were seeing?
Dragon Knight.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Like you got Dragon Tail, Chakra Magic, and then a second and a half later you got another Dragon Tail. So Shadow Demon Mars, Oracle Troll, and Chicken Fighters. It feels like this is what they go for in their Game 3s. I don't know if that's just something in my head that I feel, but when they're kind of maybe up against the wall or they think they need to win a specific game. Yeah, the game they won against Team Secret, Game 1, so an important game in that series. Troll Oracle opener. Game 3 up against Team Liquid, an important game. Oracle Troll opener. They love picking this combo when they feel like they need to turn the tides or they want momentum or they just need a morale boost. Game 2 against NIP, where they were 1-0 down. Oracle Troll opener.
These are their comfort heroes. Soneko plays Oracle very well. His positioning in team fights is always great. Troll, Charlie builds always goes for pretty much the same item build. Battle Fury into like status resistance build, SNY, Satanic if he gets a neutral item drop on top of that.
He is playing into Shadow Demon, so Disruption, Demonic Purge, as well as that Arena of Blood with Spear. A decent number of ways to lock him down. I was starting to wonder about, do they need to pick up like a Pugna or any of these additional heroes, Yule's carriers, to take him out of the fight? It doesn't feel like they desperately need to, as Unique grab up the Chen.
Even more sustain, a lot of heal. Like Chen, hits his mech timing between 10, 12, 13-minute mark. And he is level 6, and this is where you want to take a fight or two because you feel so strong. Wyvern. One more hero. All right, this opens up Storm Spirit pick for Team Unique. Void Spirit, they have very limited lockdown, Wyvern and Oracle.
Oh. Is it push strat time?
I mean,
Luna Chen. They've got SD Luna as well.
These two heroes were like super popular like a year and a half, 2 years ago. You just create the illusions of Luna, you slowly siege.
10 seconds remaining.
And this is why Dota is so fun. You know, you have these kind of cycles of popular heroes into unpopular, different draft strategies. Because it used to be, I know in China at least, Warlock was considered from a support perspective anyway, a hero that you pick up against Shadow Demon, against Luna when they paired up together. You put the bonds on them, kill off the illusions, the push stops. Luna can struggle inside the upheaval. And you've got that big old ulti to land on their heads, but then Chicken Fighters already having their 2 supports. You can't really go that way.
I don't know what to feel about Luna as a carry. I feel like she could be played as position 4/5 more efficiently. She flash farms, she builds into Mask of Madness. Like you disassemble that later on. The problem with Luna is there are heroes who come online way, way faster. When she's like 5, 6 slotted, this hero is insane.
Well, they did play it yesterday in a different tournament. They had BCC Beastmaster, Middle Nature's Prophet, and Carry Luna. So they did go for some kind of summons push strat as Team Unique. And what's Luna Blessing now? It's damage, armor, and night vision. So remember they changed that all around a couple of times with Vengeful Spirit. Giving stats and range and all that nonsense.
Oh, a lot of team fight. Underworld, great hero that deals well with the illusions and what they are planning to do. Group up, siege. So you have either Firestorm or Pit of Malice. And you can just easily bail out of Mars Arena. Reset the fight a couple of times. Oracle, Wyvern with 2 altars. Just to keep those fights going. You ban out Queen of Pain. Both these teams very bad in terms of like having insta lockdown. Hard to initiate a team fight before like Mars gets a Blink Dagger.
Elusive hero is definitely slippery.
I want to see Storm Spirit for Chicken Fighters or Team Unique. It's just that this hero is so good at the moment. Team Unique has nothing against Storm Spirit.
Like Storm is exceptionally good with a Chen as well, right? Being able to push out one of the harder lanes to farm and then being dragged back up to the rest of your team. The Huskar ban means a Templar Assassin for Chicken Fighters. It gives them even more Roche-taking potential and a lot of mid-game tempo.
I wanted to see some like Dragonite for Team Unique. Not sure I want now that there's TA. They could also go for Storm Spirit. I don't mind. What else is there? Like they could use. They have enough tower hitters with Luna, Shadow Demon, Dragonite. Just get DK. That's all I say lately.
I want Veno or Jakiro. I want to see them dumps to the TA mid. Bring back those old lane counters. Give them even more team fight and tower push.
The problem is you can't do that. Then DA just goes to jungle, gets the farm.
Then you lose your tier 1. Team Unique, plenty of time to think about it. Like you've been saying, Storm Spirit still is a very good hero here. And what's the lane matchup against TA like nowadays?
For Storm?
You still get 2 refraction hits off of Overload, right? The right click and
that's why he's such a good hero against TA.
And then 1 off Remnant as well. So theoretically, you could get 3 refraction defensive charges off with just 1 move. If she walks into Remnant. But of course, good TA players are going to be using that Sideblade Splash to trade hits with you very effectively. That's what they're considering now. 19, what do you feel comfortable on? Do you want the Storm? It doesn't feel like... let's have a look at this. I don't feel like I've seen him play Storm, honestly, with you. Dragon Knight's going to come out, the hero that you love and adore so very much. But yeah, looking back on Unique's picks, no Storm Spirit, like, anywhere.
Maybe he just does not play the hero.
That's what I think, yeah.
It's a very tanky lineup from Unique. Dragon Knight, Mars, Chen with the heal. I did not see Luna as a carry for a very long time. Very long time.
Very.
I became Mireska. So I don't know what to expect from this hero. Like, it's very hard to judge, but if she gets like 4 or 5 items somehow, if they get the stack, Shadow Demon can easily stack the jungle for Luna. Even if the laning stage is not going well, she can recover. She's not the strongest laner, don't get me wrong. Like, it's kind of meh because of the range that she has.
Wait, Luna Blessing is 30% base armor bonus at level 4. Dragon Knight Dragon Blood is bonus armor, not base armor, right? We can take a look at that in game when we get there. Because I can't quite remember. I'm just wondering how much armor Dragon Knight's going to have at the end of this game when he's standing next to the Luna. Well, there we have it. Game 3, important for both of these teams to try and hold on or to try and push towards a playoff position as we round out the group stage for ESL 1 LA 2020. And of course, brought to you in part by Mercedes with the MVP. Go get your votes in. Each region has a contender to get themselves closer to that $50,000 value car for the MVP of this ESL 1 event. And away we go.
Interesting.
Compared to Mireska, Luna's voice just doesn't cut it.
Prepare for battle.
And what is this set from Luna? She looks like a snake. What the fuck?
What is that lizard? Where is it? Mount of the Raid-Forged Rider. Let's have a zoom in on this. She's very purpley. What is that? Well, it's leaping around, bouncing out. I have no idea. Thanks for stopping, Luna. Well, it's roaring like a beast. That's definitely not a snake. Some kind of weird lizard creature. Mixed with a boar. It's one of the Borises. That's what happens when you breed Borises.
When Beastmaster allows or wants to make money off his Boris.
Yeah, you know, you combine the lion with a tiger, you get a liger. I can't remember which way around it is. I think it's a female tiger and a male lion, whichever. It doesn't matter, honestly. But what is this? A male Boris and a female what? Harambe Chen mount? Or Disruptor mount. That's what it is. It's a Boris mixed with a Disruptor mount. That's what they've bred together. As we need our GG bet odds
Bobtor.
up. Bobtor. Get ourselves pretty close. 1.6 for Chicken Fighters, 2.25 now for Team Unique as the Bounty Rune battles will not begin. We will be left with serenity and peace. This is Trax, though, on the other hand, going to get tapped by the Fortune's End. And a couple of clicks out at Seneko. Punch him.
Seneko, only one tango. I mean, he has a full headdress. If they can get a first blood on the bottom, they planted what they want to do. Try to get the first blood. All right, he's just going to team up. Like, no shenanigans.
Already up there helping out Charlie. So BZZ, Mars, Vanscore, Chen, Charlie, Troll with Seneko, Oracle top. Supreme, TA mid. The Sideblade Splash is already doing a great job chipping away at 19 Dragon Knight. And down bottom, Citrax Luna we've seen with Illusion, Shadow Demon, Saberlight, and Era, your Underlord and Winter Wyvern. And I'm just Eyes in on this mid lane. Supreme doing a great job getting that spill damage going. Somehow Saberlight getting a courier snipe down bottom. A misplay by Illusion.
I don't know, like 296 movement speed, Underlord getting a career kill. Not what you would expect.
Definitely not. Oh, good CS secure from the DK. 4-1 against TA's 3-1. And yeah, it's bonus armor from Dragon Blood. I thought so. So it's not going to be as good with the Luna passive. Still good, but not as good. Imagine having Luna with TB. Whew.
19, might
Is he
die
dead?
mid, one more side blade.
Holy shit, yeah. Well, I'm glad I was watching mid. Supreme really on the money. Getting the tips as well. Very well played. Templar Assassin doing exceptionally well. That is such a morale booster as well, right? You're getting first blood. It's a solo kill. Your CS lead now starting to advance your laning stage. And that's 19 before he cracks level 3. That second point in Dragon Blood so vitally important. Does get it up now.
So Supreme has a full raid band and a Blightstone. Plus he brought a couple of mangoes. This lane not looking good for Dragonite.
Looks like he's going to get traded here. Saberlight clears up Illusion's Shadow Demon, so the 1-for-1 bottom. Top lane seems pretty chill, honestly. BZZ farming very well. 5 CS ahead of the Troll Warlord. I guess thanks to this little range creep being stolen by Vanscourt. Doing a good amount of trading and harass. Man, Supreme. Forcing the salve out of 19. Pretty
Look at him, he's not afraid to use a magic stick. Had 10 stick charges, just uses it straight away. He knows that Shadow Demon will be refilling those stacks, and he can play more aggressive. Zitract, 14 CS, very good CS on Luna at the moment, and has a full creep wave coming to him.
Disruption with a couple of stacks from Illusion, but again, you're mentioning these stick charges, 8 up for Saberlight, and a potential trade here. Era Splinter Blast in 2 seconds time. Illusion very low, 4 stacks on Saberlight, and with that Lucent Beam, not quite enough damage. They might lose their lives off the back of it. No, they're all fine. Very low HP. I used fine very loosely there. Super close to death, but they are alive at the very least. As the 4-minute rune, 20 seconds away. No one with bottle middle, no one looking to collapse from the side lanes. Everyone's very tied up in their own laning stage.
And Dragonite recovered on the mid lane. 2 points in Dragon Blood, allowing him to stay in the lane. Also double damage spawn top, so that's going to help him get some extra CS.
That's huge for the DK. Supreme, I think, missing a trick there. Probably should have been her rune.
Illusion is dead. Alright, stick plus disruption is going to keep him alive. The problem is when you're playing against the Underlord, you can't zone him out, give him levels, some good early CS. Like, this hero is insanely good. His strength gain is great. I want to see Vibrant. Okay, he did not want to. I wanted to see 1 point in Cold Embrace. It's 50 mana and it's a lot of regen, and your Underlord is very low.
Yeah, it would be good. I wanted that extra damage from the Splinter Blast, it looks like. Mid lane, 19, Supreme. What's it? 1 Fairy Fire each. No real mana regen for either of them. Oh my goodness gracious me, Supreme, leave him alone! He doesn't even have a proper high ground observer ward. What's his actual vision like when this creep wave disappears? So he's got one on his side. Just going wild. Bottom lane, more damage being stacked up again, but Illusion potentially a bit too far forward now. Burnt down by the Winter Wyvern. Still has that Splinter Blast to go if he wants to. Looks like they'll salve up Saberlight and make another aggressive play. Maybe dive under the tower now. They have that Pit of Malice catching
Pit of
two.
Malice, he's dead.
Era still holding that Splinter Blast. Saberlight just wants to punch down the Luna. Is this, what, 2 clicks to take her down? Maybe 3 now with the headdress regen kicking in. And Era not diving. Saberlight, tons of stick charges.
Demon.
Up to 6. I'm surprised neither of these heroes are falling. Chicken Fighters chickening out of potential kills here. as the rain drops on Saberlight, keeping him up, but the final click from Zitrax takes him down. What's happening?
They're playing a bit too aggressive. Just one of the reasons why I wanted to see Wyvern getting a point in Cold Embrace earlier, just to, like, you don't necessarily need to kill him. If they're low enough and you threaten a kill, you can just zone them out. They're not farming. They're afraid of getting closer. Mid lane, Harumba Rider getting closer. Dragonite has a point in stun. Siege creep. That's an early glyph on the creep wave.
They're trying to make a play on Mars top as they realize rotations come in mid, but Shadow Demon also making his presence known. Supreme with 2 stacks up, Fairy Fire, but no mana for Refraction, so the disarm onto DK buys a little bit of time, and Supreme gets out with that Fairy Fire. Oh, the final stack of poison. That's enough. Secures the kill. As the Dragon Tail onto the back, Seneko now being picked off by 19. The Dragonite's coming into his own. Damage over time with the Breathe Fire and the final punch out from that long-range DK. As Illusion, the salve not enough to get away from Era's Winter Wyvern. And now transition into a bit more tower damage with the catapult still up. Vanskor is here. And Era not really with a great way to defend it.
Rotation from Unique. They get 2 kills and they almost take the tower. If tower gets denied, that's gonna be a shame. Kill the
They're trying to kill the
Siege
DK. The Splinter Blast into the final hit, they do. Very well played. Supreme gets the side blade splashes, the Splinter Blast into a double kill for your Templar Assassin, but the Radiant get the tower kill.
That's what we want to see. We want to see some action. Luna is level 6 right now, so you need to be careful. Multiple points in Lucent Beam. Like at one point, you just want to go back to farming a jungle. So you want to have Moonglaze ready. Eclipse. Total beam 6, plus a Lucent Beam charge. Like, she wants to be able to zone out a single hit. I don't think you can kill Underlord. Has Magic Wand and Infused Raindrops, and he is very tanky at the moment.
He absolutely is. So TA now into the jungle. Broom handle up for her. This tier 1 dropping makes it kind of good for her, right? Because there's nothing the DK wants in that mid lane, so the lane's going to always push back up. Supreme can farm that, switch into the jungle, and continue accelerating very nicely. And the DK has moved top, but it's the bottom lane action that we'll watch. Era's Wyvern gets thrown
once
out.
Again, this, oh god.
Arctic
Not
Burn.
This interaction. Arctic Burn, you're flying, so you... I'm done with Mars Arena, man. Like, there's so many times that I've seen throughout the tournament, either with Volrus, Punch, what else was there? Like, anything that's flying, toss.
There was a bug with leash. If you were ever leashed up, it counted you as flying or something like that. But I think they fixed that now, so Soulbind and Dream Coil, I don't think they do that anymore. But yeah, there was toss, there was Walrus Kick. There was something else, it was like, I don't know, Shield Crash or something as well, I think, from Pango. Charlie's Troll now back into the jungle, closing in on 10 minutes. We've got a level 9 TA farming through jungle herself. Level 8 Mars sitting pretty up near the top, moving towards his pipe. And net worth, he is top of his team, 3.8 thousand. With DK and Luna struggling just a touch, even after taking that mid-tier 1.
Zitrax really wants to get a kill, even puts an extra point in Lucent Beam. Like, you want to have Moonglaze. You don't feel safe with this hero just farming the lane anymore.
Oracle still level 4.
Picked up.
Tries to get a bit more nuke damage onto Vanskor, but Saberlight cannot follow through on it. BZZ doing a great job blocking this Underlord back. Orb of Venom just chasing him down. There's more space in time for Supreme, though. Charlie shifts down bot. TA has the bounty runes to grab. Now about 1,200 away from that Desolator. They do try and get a bit more pressure on this top tier 1 with the second catapult wave of the game. But I'm a little bit surprised that Dragonite's still playing mid. I would maybe like to see him make that shift back up to top again. You know, you can put your Luna mid. You can farm out mid lane, go back into the jungle. Have your DK bot maybe defend against the troll. or push that top tier 1.
And Luna just keeps spamming
Arena of
Beam
Blood
on the
top.
troll.
They've got the save onto Saberlight through the Oracle. Now both die supports level 6. And a very awkward play from Unique. The Winter's Curse to turn back onto Illusion clears out the Shadow Demon, and now the Eclipse. Zitrax, he's trying to hunt for Seneko, but he's hiding in the trees. Can he get himself out with the Fate Edict? The magic damage will not come through, but the right clicks will. Zitrax does get the takedown as they dive under for a 1-for-1 trade. But the tier 1 still standing as 19. Elder Dragon form ready. Quick little pit of malice from Saberlight. And the rest of the chicken fighters not coming in. They just want to rely on the taxi home. Saberlight is out of there. They'll give up the tier 1, no big deal, because their 2 primary cores are out on the map continuing to farm.
And Luna has a TP. She was recalled by a Chan on the top lane. Eclipse not used properly, but they still got the kills. Getting closer to her Mask of Madness. Just needs to put more points into those Moonglaives so she can flash farm the jungle.
Underlord straight back up the top, so the tower not dead. 460 HP. Decent amount of magic damage onto Zitrax here from Saberlight's Underlord. And Era arriving, shoves BZZ back. Vanscore escapes. And they've not got a stun to take down the Mars. And Zitrax also shifts down bottom. So tier 1 top lane defended. And the Dire team very often doesn't care about their tier 1 bottom lane. The strategic advantage of the top, much more important when you've got TA, Troll, and Roshan as these big farming heroes and objectives to keep in the game.
Era has ulted to set things up on the bottom lane.
Sure does. Scouted out by the Shadow Demon. So Charlie, Seneko, Saberlight. They've got 1,000 HP to get through top tier 1. Arena of Blood ready. Chen can't bring anyone top, and he's very low mana. DK has a double damage rune, but you can't really stand and face Supreme's TA. Like, the DK wants to be on this tower right now. He's just a little bit too far away.
That's a full deso on TA, 12 minutes in. Which means that in another 3-4 minutes, if chicken fighters get a good fight around the Roche pit,
the diving Era,
they can just run into Roche once you get like 4 points in meld.
It's just dead here.
Citrax dead, yeah.
What a weird play. They kill the Shadow... they kill the Winter Wyvern with the Shadow Demon, fair enough. But no mana for TP for another 3 seconds. Illusion. Do you just go for it now? He
might die to Supreme, right? Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. He actually dies. That's insane.
It's too much damage.
He's only got 4 armor, poor little lad. Yeah, rip. If Bassi was the old Bassi,
the armor, huh?
with the Ring of Protection, maybe the Shadow Demon lives there, you know? God damn. And Troll Ward has just had a free time, 5.5k net worth, farming back in jungle. You mentioned that Battle Fury into the Sanjin Yasha Satanic that Charlie enjoys to play. It's coming. And both of the saving supports on Chicken Fighters have been positioned very well. As Saberlight defending top tier 1 sends himself back to base, and with TP Scroll can still come out and defend the tower. Arcane Rune. Grabbed up by the Templar Assassin. And this is that period of the game where it feels like Unique want to be grouping up and taking fights, shoving objectives with the DK, with the Mars. But Luna wants to be farming jungle with Mask of Madness. So the synchronization off this Luna pick feels a little wonky. But she'll group up regardless. Showing on the map, middle lane. Smoke up from the rest of them.
They already took the mid tower, so there is like no point to group up around the mid. And everyone is on the mid. I guess they're just trying to bait some kind of action from Luna. Or if she's gonna farm, the rest of the team goes and tries to take the bottom tower. Scan connects.
It does indeed, but bottom tier 1 down. Seneko spots the smoke. Quick Fate's Edict. Stunned up now. Looks like Seneko's going to get chased down by 19. He's got False Promise, though, and Templar Assassin considering jumping in. Disruption's there. And Illusion catching Supreme, but Suneko will be the casualty of war as they jump in with a Dragon Tail. Good pit of Malice, but Supreme's falling. He's stuck around for far too long. I don't know what Chicken Fighters were planning to do there. But they lose 2 heroes in quick succession, and Unique, the smoke pays off for them. 19 can still jump in. Another jump Dragon Tail after the Blink Dagger. It's a chain feed from the Chicken Fighters.
I like how BZZ was pinging out, man, Moonglaves, you're attacking me, but it bounces to the enemies. Underlord was getting hit by Moonglaves while under Winter's Curse. Very weird interaction.
CF. Chicken Fighters or Chain Feeders? That was disastrous.
It's also no synergy. You talked about synergy in general, and with wants to what? You have Templar Assassin with the Blink Dagger Deso. That means that she wants to join team fights, while your Troll is just farming a Battle Fury.
And he's getting TP'd on. Luna Dragon Knight are hunting for the Troll. Where's he going to show? Back in the jungle camps. Level 1 Eclipse here. Dragon Knight Invis. And he's got the Dragon Tail. Stun him up. Get the Eclipse. The chain stuns. But the Battle Trance, it does come. 14-1 charges up the sleeve of Charlie. But they've got chain stuns for days here. BZZ can spear him to the trees. He's down to the low ground, but still.
Very nice play from BZZ.
Taking
Stunning him away.
Long range stun.
From Oracle.
And they find Oracle. BZZ trying to get himself out of here now. The mech from Vanscore. They don't have Hand of God for another minute and a half, but a spear back sends the TA packing. The Winter's Curse is going to allow Era to get a couple of hits in here, but 19 jumping in. Dragon Tail dodged, I believe, by the blink of Supreme. A little bit odd there and unexpected, but the Templar Assassin
Centaur
stunned up by the Centaur. The high ground maneuver from Vanscore. And they've got the reveal, the Sentry Caesar. Another chain feed from the Chicken Fighters. Trying to defend the Troll Warlord, but it wasn't to be.
Supreme had such a nice start on TA, even though he is still on top of net worth every single time TA dies, it just cripples her more than other heroes. She flash farms, Imp Claw picked up by Underlord. Give that to TA, so you have a guaranteed crit. How's Troll doing? Still 600 gold away from finishing off his Battle Fury.
But there is something that's definitely worth mentioning here. You talked about the Luna kind of scaling much more into that late game, but it feels like the other 4 heroes from Unique, they need this mid game to go their way. They need to, accelerate through team fights, through pushing and momentum. Whereas Chicken Fighters, I kind of feel like the Troll TA with the backing of the 2 defensive supports and the Underlord who can scale pretty decently have a better late game than just the Luna on her own.
Well, Luna is the ultimate carry here, I would say. Depends how much farm Troll gets. Like 6 slotted Troll with the Basher is insanely good, but so is Luna.
Oh. They see Roshan come out of his pit. In they go on to Suneko, and Oracle shredded. The kind of desperate move from Chicken Fighters to take this Roshan, it's not going to pay off. Winter's Curse is blowing up Luna, but Zitrak saved by disruption in the mech. No follow through as that Underlord sends them all back to Fountain. They didn't want to continue fighting. And Roshan now belongs to Team Unique.
What a weird game. I feel like both of these teams can play much, much better and cleaner Dota. Like Sonoiko being inside the Roche pit.
Yeah.
You don't deal any damage to Roshan, so there's really no point in standing there.
And there was no reset from Winter's Curse until far too late. It really does feel like they're just off their groove a little bit here, Chicken Fighters. 15-10. Slight net worth lead now for the Radiant as Luna and TA both up at the top of the net worth. 19 jumping forward, but scouted by the Dire Observer Ward in their own jungle.
And now you have Luna with Mask of Madness about to finish her Manta style on top of Aegis. So that's going to be a lot of damage. And 19 going for this build on Dragon Knight. Heaven's Halberd, you benefit so much from this item. Best item you can get here against Troll. And TA, Troll just finished off his Battle Fury farming on the bottom lane. Every single time I see Chicken Fighters playing with Troll, I feel like they're in a bad spot. Like they want to recover, they need a bit more time to fight.
But they do very often find that space for themselves. And right now, towers dropping like flies. Double damage rune spawns bottom. If Unique can go and grab that up, it's going to be a massive move for them to press forward aggressively. And it doesn't look like Charlie or Supreme want to go for it. BZZ leaves it for the Luna.
And now Shadow Demon starts farming. Like, Shadow Demon is the key hero here, I would say. Saving people from Winter's Curse, has Etherland's cast range talent, and he will get a lot of farm, just following the Luna, pushing the lanes when Luna can't really show.
He's got a second Etherlands queued up.
I just stack those Etherlands.
Stack those Etherlands up. They don't stack, but stack them anyway.
And sometimes when I say something stupid, there's probably someone who like thinks, man, I never knew that.
That's so smart.
Because I think it's so obvious.
Yeah. Top lane needs pushing out. Chicken Fighters, no way for them to hold on to their jungle. Seneko is very much hiding on his high ground. And we've got Aegis in the hands of Luna for another 2 minutes 35 seconds. Sableye doing a good job down bottom lane. They know where the Dragon Knight is as well. But TA yet again afraid. Not much of a net worth lead though. This is the thing with multiple cores on Chicken Fighters. They are scaling on a number of heroes. And that comeback potential on a Charlie Troll, it's always going to be there.
Roche. I mean, they still have Aegis for 2 more minutes. Full Manta style on Luna. They Lunar Blessing, extra damage, and they have Alpha Wolf.
Oh,
so Dragonite is going to be low. Man, check his damage.
Yeah, he's hitting for over 225 now. Hellbear attack speed aura. The Potato with a cloak aura. High ground attempt as Zitrax moves straight up onto the ramp. 19, looking to bring down this tier 3. We don't have a glyph for the Dire team either. Sableye trying to frontline as best he can while Charlie Troll down bottom, shoving out that wave, and the tier 3 does still stand. Unique has to be wary of this
really
Winter's Curse.
hard for them to climb uphill. They dealt serious amount of damage to the tower. They're playing against Wyvern and Underlord.
Trying to catch Supreme, or maybe Sableye here. Fate's Edict and the saves from Seneko, doing a good job. He's been hit out by the Eclipse though, and forcing the false promise. Racks are falling though, and Zitrax still let Aegis for what, another 1 minute. They've lost their creep wave, and Sableye, he does die to the stacks of poison all the way in the back. As Charlie returns to base, yes, Sableye was at his ancient as he died without buyback.
Bouncy, bouncy. Check Luna right now. This is where she shines.
The glaives are coming and Charlie's falling. The Troll Warlord, he's going to run away. He's trying to turn back in towards 19, but the Dragon Knight is so tanky and has that halberd, of course, to deal with the battle trance when it comes. Charlie sprints forward, looking for a go onto Zitrax, but the blink turn. The Dragon Tail onto the TA. She's got a couple of spells off cooldown now, so they leave Supreme to fall back away to the fountain. But a full lane of barracks, 23 minutes in for Unique. Well executed Aegis timing here around the Luna Chen.
They played well when they sieged. They first used the glyph to deal some damage to tier 3 tower. Then they used pipe to mitigate damage from Firestorm and Splinter Blast. They did not want to use those at the same time. Very cool, cute little play from them. And Zitrax, he's manning up. Like, he's standing, even though he had Aegis, a lot of the carries would just back off there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
More Lunar Illusions. Shadow Demon farming time, pushing time. Look at that. Shadow Demon Luna. It's been a while since we've seen this, but still as powerful as ever. Okay, it does less damage to towers now. They've nerfed illusions a bit, but still very good at shoving out waves. Smoke on smoke, though, Lacoste. Chicken Fighters moving out of their base. Going towards the Roche pit, but the jump onto Era. They found the Winter Wyvern. Unique also smoking and coming from high ground to low ground. And we know what they say about holding the high ground. BZZ has the Mars ulti in the back, but it's the Winter Wyvern forced to cold embrace. Oh, that's not looking good for Era. One more loosened beam and a final click out from that. Luna clears her up as the DK. Stunning the TA. Illusion. Shadow Demon disrupted himself, and out comes the flames and fire, the green flame from the Underlord, taking the 1-for-1 trade as Charlie chased by BZZ. Another spear and God's Rebuke not going to connect too well as Oracle Dragontail stunned by 19, and it will be a bonus kill here, it looks like, with no escape from Seneko. BZZ And 19 can chase this one down until the cows come home. They're even
Oh, he
TPing the
gets
Dragon Knight
recalled.
over the spear. It's there. Who are they chasing top? They found Charlie and Supreme down to half HP on the TA. Vanscore bringing that Dragon Knight top for the more important kills. Now getting turned around on those. Supreme going forward, but that's a Dragon Knight with a whole ton of armor. Even with the Desolator debuff, still sitting at 14. Shredding in, he's turned to halberd up the Templar Assassin, but Chicken Fighters battling back. 4 heroes strong, moving on to Vanscore with the minus armor and the right clicks. They annihilate the Chen. And Team
thanks,
Unique
Chen, I guess.
getting a little bit
for
over
recalling
aggressive.
me and recalling me to the top lane, not grabbing a kill on Oracle. And they still got it, Mars with the spear. This game's far from over. They lost one set of Raxes. And Luna, I saw that she is building towards like this magic build. Cast range wants to go for Aghanim Scepter. Now he's changing things a little bit.
Butterfly BKB. So I guess you could, disassemble your mom, head into Butterfly, maybe a Satanic if you want to. BKB is definitely going to be big here. As neutral item time, Lacoste, what have we got in store for us?
Titan Sliver on Troll already has status resistance from that SNY. Has BKB queued up. He definitely needs BKB this game.
Spider legs for Oracle. TA Enchanted Quiver is really nice. Get those meld strikes with the bonus damage. Radiant team, Mindbreaker still out there with a cranky coat, while Telescope and Greater Fairy Fire for your Shadow Demon and Mars. And we're going to see another bit of a Roshan battle head-to-head here. Era speared up against the side of the cliff with a Arena of Blood catching 3 heroes inside. The Dragon Tail looking for Sineko's Oracle all the way in the back. Supreme has zoned out the rest on the left-hand side, and this fight is disjointed. Where are they focusing? They want to try and chase the Dragon Knight, but he's got 2,500 HP. 35 armor.
Quickly
Essence Ring doesn't matter apparently. He's being annihilated.
Chen 4-shotted by Supreme. Roche will respawn in a minute. Man, Shadow Demon can't afford to jump in that aggressively. Like, he's single-handedly losing them teamfights, getting any spells off. He used Disruption offensively, and then TA just sees the opportunity, jumps on him, and insta-kills him. This Enchanted Quiver on Templar Assassin, extra damage, helps a lot with finishing off the supports.
That's huge.
Shadow Demon has a Telescope, Ether Lens, and cast range down. He really does not need to be in the front lines at all.
Right, 300 bonus magical damage and True Strike. 300 takes Shadow Demon down to 1,000 HP, and then with all the minus armor you got from Supreme, there's only another couple of hits to go as they take down the tier 2 mid. 18 to 16. This game has been so tight all the way through. Team Unique looking to chase back towards Roshan. 4 seconds until the big man spawns. Zitrax, he's been found by Charlie. A Pit of Malice there with Sineko Era both behind. The Luna potentially in a spot of bother. Disrupted up by the Shadow Demon now. The save is there, but is it going to buy enough time? No, it's not. Supreme comes through and slays the Luna. Dead for 60 with buyback available, but it looks pretty disastrous for Unique now. A turn and Dragon Tail, but their 2 cores are gone. Chicken Fighters.
What a weird fight. And what a weird item builds. Like, Dragon Knight is going for Armlet as his 3rd/4th item. Okay.
They're coming out of
I
that
guess
shell.
He just wants the armor. But you also need a BKB. You definitely need a BKB.
Oh, it definitely does. Back
Charlie
in we
with
go.
the reason question mark. Why are you guys pausing?
What are we up to? Strategic little talks from the captains as Roshan in the hands of the Chicken Fighters. Aegis and Cheese here for your TA and Troll. Vanscore Chen, Philosopher's Stone, wandering around in his own jungle. Dire Vision, triple wards all around this Roche area, up towards the tier 2 top. Kind of prime time for them to go and shove the objective there. Troll can connect in onto them. And Saberlight, oh yeah, outpost in 15 seconds. Let's take both of them. And this is now unique. Yes, one barracks ahead, that mid lane completely gone. But it hasn't felt like they've been able to make another move for quite some time.
Chicken fighters are doing a good job just isolating and killing the supports first. Yeah, exactly what they just did.
Yeah, fan score. See you, buddy. And that means that, you know, that one kill means Zitrax can't stay top and farm. Dragonite can't move mid and farm. They've all got to move back towards their base. Unable to set up, you know, a base camp, but they can't de-ward, which is what Vanskor was looking to do. Supreme using that vision incredibly well.
Templar Assassin staying one step ahead of Luna in terms of items. Has Enchanted Quiver, True Strike. Now is building a full MKB. And you know that she wants to build that item. It's a very costly item once the Disassemble Mask of Madness.
I mean, do you consider just not buying it now? Yeah, Luna. What's she shifted into? She's disassembling Mom.
It's a full butterfly on her.
Oh, she's actually gone for it. Committed for the butterfly. All right. I was just wondering if she shifts away from it. Maybe to think about something else, but there it is. Completely done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Top tier 2 catapults in. And we've got this double-pronged attack from the chicken fighters. Swinging down from both ramps.
Radiant's top tower
3 minutes on the Aegis in the hands of Supreme. Cheese, Satanic SNY, Titan Sliver. What is it at? 53%.
53.
Status resistance galore. And they're smoking down south. Charlie shows mid. Dragon Knight out in the open. TP's back. All the way home. I'm not going to get found here. And the net is closing in around them. The chicken fighters playing like cheeky fishermen. Throwing the net around their opponents, tightening it up. There's no holes to escape. Unique are the little fishies trapped inside.
The only way you farm right now is with Shadow Demon using Disruption on Luna. They're losing the vision game. Look at the vision. Like, it's all chicken fighters at the moment.
It absolutely is. Vanskor still trying to get some D-wards out here. As Underlord shoves that bottom, TP's up to top, and they regroup. Once again, up on the plateau. And look at Era's positioning. 4 heroes are all pretty tightly grouped up. Era with Ether Lens and Blink feels like he's got long enough range to engage from, you know, 2,000, 3,000 range away to play that counter-initiation game. And he's also hunting down that little creep that Vanskor was dragging waves around with. So they delay the push bottom. DK Illusions will get a bit of shove down there as well. But it just feels like this inevitable choking maneuver from the chicken fighters.
They can only farm when the wave gets close to the tower. Smoke? Aegis still up and running for a minute. If they wanted to have a better chance, I would say that they needed to smoke 30 seconds after.
Dragon Knight. Trying to bait him, it feels like. Radiant High Ground Observer Ward sees pretty much everything, so Seneko very speedily dispatches with the vision. And again, we're left in this position where the Radiant, they see nothing apart from creep waves and where the Chen is sat, smoked out on the map. Where is Vanskor? TPing back home now. A bottom wave, a massive wave. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of farm for Luna. Gathering up that gold. Vanskor pulling out all the stops with his creep micro. And they've bought themselves time. They are still staying in this game. Even if they are about 10,000 net worth behind. The Aegis hasn't really been utilized that well by chicken fighters. In terms of taking objectives anyway. In terms of map control, yeah, for sure.
Luna illusions are very strong. The Manta style, those from Shadow Demon. But Underlord just rips them apart with the Firestorm. And this is his job. Like, use it on the illusions. Try to clear them out as quickly as you can. I see Divine Rapier queued up on Luna. Not right now, but after Satanic and Hurricane Pike.
Dire are scanning.
Problem is you do not have a BKB. And they have a disarm, an Oracle, Troll, building a Basher.
They're going to find Saberlight.
Maxis as well. Saberlight, he's tanky.
Hype, Solar Crest, popped the 1 charges and the TP out. Drifting away.
We might be here for a long time, Gary, or the game might end if both teams decide to take a fight. Chicken Fighters win. They're just gonna clear them out. TA with the Deso. Chen? Okay, Shadow Demon picked up a gem of True Sight, so they want to get rid of this vision.
On the DK, who's he stunned up? Templar Assassin in the back. Soul Catcher there with a stomp from the Centaur, but the saves. BKB and False Promise. And Zitrax gets the Eclipse forward. Suneko silenced up, but his Shadow Eminence up. Still with Wand and Mech, he heals back, and Zitrax is isolated. Supreme will chase him down, and the Luna about to fall. Trap slows galore as the Winter's Curse holds the 2 in place. Mars and SD, no more saves. Illusion down, and the Chicken Fighters, they are doing it. Catching out the Dragonite with another little troll trap up, and they've got a double kill for Charlie. Chicken Fighters, did they lose a single hero? Lacoste, they got 4 kills in a row.
Not. And exactly as I said, like this game can just end if Chicken Fighters find a team fight. They're very strong at the moment. Troll feels unkillable. Satanic, Cheese. And this MKB plus Enchanted Quiver just completely removes the butterfly from Luna.
Luna forced to buy back. Charlie on the tier 3s, and finally the Chicken Fighters breaking this base of Team Unique. Zitrax frontlining as best he can. 3 seconds until disruption's up, but already Luna half HP from this magic damage. No BKB, starting to become a little bit of a problem, as Era and Suneko really are pumping that magic damage out quite significantly.
That's the problem with Luna. She always needs like an item and a half, 2 items more than other carries to be as efficient. And like you're playing against this troll with the Basher, even if you get a BKB, it's not gonna help you.
Unique, considering coming out of their base. They're trying to play into their vision, which is, reasonable. Felt like a pretty good move, but they just can't be feeling strong right now. Mars, the only Radiant hero with buyback. Chen, like 40 gold off of it, but 6 or 7 minutes across 2 cores and the Shadow Demon. Not an ideal situation here for Unique with Supreme. Moving forward, but getting stunned. Suneko has the backup and the save potential. BKB into the False Promise and a decent Winter's Curse, stopping the Shadow Demon from getting any disruptions out. Quick little Lucent Beam holding on to the Eclipse as Era trapped up on the front lines, and now the Eclipse from Zitrax. With that Arena of Blood trapping Charlie up against the side, 19's Dragonite can turn and fight. Charlie pops the cheese, has Satanic and Battle Trance both ready, turns and fights. Battle Trance being held as Supreme being healed on the right-hand side, 19 with Zitrax still pummeling Chicken Fighters, and this looks like it might be going their way until Charlie turns. Satanic on, shredding the DK, and yes, okay, TA jumping forward and annihilating 19 with that minus armor. Luna has nowhere to be right now. Manta starts to get away from the Fortune's End, and Saberlight, right-click punch, back through with 300 plus damage. Illusion gone, no buybacks available, and Vanscore another one to hit the floor. The Chicken Fighters, they put all their eggs into this Supreme basket, and he is really showing off how he can perform. Mars and Chen, they buy back, but it's really Unique on their last legs. Second lane of barracks for the Chicken Fighters now.
You could see Underlord just standing there between Luna bounces, not caring at all. Like having Solar Crest, has almost 30 armor, also providing team with the Vlad's aura, which is pretty crucial. That's the item that you need to have when you have like these 2 edgy carry heroes. And this game suddenly feels over. Also, Luna had a lot of unspent gold in that fight. Like even with the Satanic, she just can't match up against Troll and TA right now.
Tier 4's dropping. Zitrax.
Yeah, you see, he's just running away.
Yeah, can't really turn and face. Even with the Satanic, Zitrax struggling to stand his ground. Vanscore goes Scepter and doesn't even get the mech off. I think it's done and dusted now. Chicken Fight is here in Game 3. Very close to securing it with Mega Creeps coming. A Pit of Malice beautifully placed onto the two cores. Arena of Blood there from BCZ to buy a bit of space, and they're TPing out. They don't want to give up anything. Saberlight cancels it, and Charlie turns. Disruption onto the Dragon Knight keeps him out of the fight for 2.5 seconds, but it's 2.5 seconds to allow Supreme to clear him up, and there is GG. BCZ will be the final casualty of war, as a 2-1 victory for Chicken Fighters almost certainly secures them that place in the playoffs.
This game perfectly shows why Luna is not that popular of a carry anymore. She needs much more time to come online. Yeah, she flash farms. If things were going correctly for them, like they could have tried to close the game in 20-25 minutes. But if enemies get their items, like you could feel the difference. When TA hits that, MKB also got the Enchanted Quiver. That Butterfly feels pretty useless. And Troll with the Basher, you can't just man up against this hero.
It was so difficult for them. 39,000 hero damage out of the TA. Charlie, 27k. Zitrax did get, you know, a good amount of damage there, 37,000. A ton of building damage off of that first lane of barracks mid. But Chicken Fighters, the superior team in this one. And that will be their 4th series win, I believe, of the group stage. Now at 4-2. Pretty much securing themselves that playoff spot. Probably putting them in 2nd place behind Secret, who are at 5-0. While Team Unique, now at 2-4, still with a shot to get into the playoffs. But they play Team Secret tomorrow, and that is a real rough series for them.
Yeah, they're going to need to pull off some magic. Team Secret just once again looks like the most dominant team in the world.
Unstoppable force, absolutely. And of course, the Mercedes MVP. Make sure to get your votes in, guys, so we get some more stats to talk about after the end of our series. Currently, we're looking at Miracle with Sumail and Matumaman, all in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, but super close together. I think there's like 4 votes that separate them. Miracle and Sumail, 1 vote away from each other pretty much. Matumaman, 4 votes away from 1st place Miracle. But that's your top 3 from Europe in CIS so far. Make sure you go and vote for your favorite player or the best player performing to get them into that contender spot to win the 50k Mercedes vehicle. And that's us done for today, Lacoste. That was a pretty good series. That was a cracker.
It was. A lot of mistakes in Game 3, but definitely a series worth watching. What do we have tomorrow, Gary?
Tomorrow, I believe we have Nigma versus Viking and Team Secret against Team Unique starting at 5 p.m. CEST. So double-header series-wise there for us. As OG against Gambit, Liquid against Na'Vi will be on ESL_Dota 2. It's 4 series at a time, though. 4 consecutive parallel series. VP against Bait at the same time as Alliance against Chicken Fighters. And, never mind. VP against Bait at the same time as Nigma versus Viking, OG Gambit, Hellraiser Cyber Legacy, and Liquid Na'Vi, Secret Unique, Alliance Chicken Fighters, and NIP Spirit at the same time coming after at 8 p.m. CEST. So 8 best of 3s. Lots of them going on at the same time tomorrow. So we'll have plenty of streams. But today, the action doesn't stop completely. Lacoste and I are done. But over on ESL_Dota 2, which will be raiding you across towards Na'Vi against Team Spirit, Team Secret against Alliance, and Team Liquid versus Ninjas in Pajamas. Your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th series of the day. Lacoste, I think that's it. I think we're good.
That's it for us. Yeah, time to get some food and come back, watch some Dota, or, I don't know, play a couple of games.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, here on ESL_Join Dota Red.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna want to see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a line for 4 lines, new from AT&T.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Under peach yellow skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. You are mine. Come on and run away. We wanna run away. We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers 'cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the light, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you.